About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reach. Said I was gonna get it. They ain't gonna see it, but they ain't gonna believe it. Can't stop, I can't now. Hold on, let me get the breakdown. Train to go like a K now. I'm about to let my light shine. We piped up, turn the pipe down. These niggas selling pipe dreams. Baby girl, you sweet as ice cream, and I need, you better believe. Sit back, look at my cheeks. Why you had to check my demeanor? Competition ain't creep. I'm about to take him to the cleats. They gon' get started depressed. Please not start no mess. These niggas petty, and I'm not impressed. I have him holding his chest, like he having heart attacks. Told you I'm hard to death. I know that they see it, but they don't believe. Look at him so misleading. 144, mission complete. We undefeated, you better believe. Fuck being equal, I'm being equal. Drop a line note, like a bomb motor. Prepare for the fallout. One West Side, what you talking about? Me and my nigga about to ball out. These little nigga better bow out. Tell him rank up, tell him fall out. I'm on my job, I can't call out. I'm in the wind, I want it all now. Don't give a damn about the track record, little nigga, you about to lose today. Look, I got moves to make. You can even move, you can get moved away. Choose your fate. Most of these fools, they fake. Ain't got a card to play. Nigga, ain't hard to break. It's gonna get dark today, like the rest of Sean told the hard way. Nigga, wait out of your league, please believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reach. I'm gon' get it, yeah. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Sick with it, now you know that. Fuck the world, I can't go back. Ain't no coward, I don't know that. Bitch, I'd rather take a toe tag. Run it up, you know I'm good to go. Work my ball, you know I'm good as gold. They want smoke, got revenge naked in my bedroom doing the Tootsie Roll. Big dog niggas, I'm trying. It's my time. You way out of line, way out of bounds. Oh, you ain't noticed the line. That on my flow is a vibe. I know it's gon' be stressed. I know it's gon' be pressure. Gotta stay focused. It's a cool word, baby girl. I should be a soldier. You should be my loaded. It feel like something controlling me. Spirit take over me, holding me high with it. Believe me, it's over. Look over my shoulder and I see my soldiers and they ain't no play. He's spitting fake. He real, but I'm realer. Fucking lead, I don't feel him. Fucking God, I don't feel him. Cut his eye, I'm about to kill him. Wait, hold up, let me catch the rhythm. Okay, I got it, I'm ready. He crossed that line, he gon' regret it. No high rock, I rock it steady. Hope he keep it going steady. You better believe me. Certified, one West solid, it ain't hard to tell. Can't lie, this hard as hell. These people raise this nigga, better watch yourself. I'm getting this mail. Chasing them blue faces like I'm Gargamel. And I work too hard to fail. Glock with me, gotta guard yourself. You know why I keep it, they try to come get me, I'm squeezing, you better believe. About to go live, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talk about, got soldiers ride with me. And they know I'm lethal, I got my reach. I'm gon' get it, yeah. Know they gon' see, but they ain't gon' believe. Like that. Yeah.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh? You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough enough. I don't think y'all really wanna fuck with us. I told you we no bitches. I'ma need for you to listen while I paint this perfect picture. We not Christians, watch your mouth. Have them angels in your house. And them people bring you out. Bitch, you know we got that power. And you know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that bullshit? Well, I'm on it too. Oh, you think I'm bullshitting? Wait till I get with ya. If I gotta go to ground, I'ma shut the town down. I ain't about to stop until I hear stand down. All you gonna see is a lot of man down. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping ground.
As I live, if I dare, let me make one thing clear. The Lord is the only man I fear.
We are not the same. No, we not related. I'm not stuck on living. Death is a vacation. My camp undefeated. You cannot debate it. You just want the clout. We just want the greatest. I'm just trying to get it. If not, I'm trying to take it. Give me that. I say fuck the devil. You think I'm talking Satan? One West in my blood. I'm a U.P.K. creation. We don't give a fuck. You can see it in our faces. Got it out the mud. Straight up out the base. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go to ground. You dealing with the men of war. We at war.
They know
I
about that
sided
shit.
with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground.
144,
we go
nigga.
to ground.
You see me riding with them people I be sliding with. We take the truth, ain't no denying it. It's this fire I spit, I got that line script. I put that pressure on them, about to put extra on them. This how the Lord is doing you. Boy, I tried to warn you. We go to ground, I own your time, yeah. You wanna blaze, we in them last days. They tried to keep my niggas locked up in them cages, yeah. I'm in pages, yeah. In them scriptures, yeah. I'm gon' flip it, yeah. I got that shit rockin'. I got that bulletproof heart and spirit, yeah. Retarded with this Glock, I'm gon' give it to you. You with them niggas that's gon' go to ground. Take over and you know your place. Make no mistake. There ain't gon' be no trace, ain't gon' be nothing left. Spit to my last breath, boy better watch yourself. I'm coming with lashes, hey leave them niggas in them ashes. I'm flowing like cashes, they killing the masses. It's cool cause when I meet the king we gon' be masters. Yeah. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coast shit. As if they make the wrong move and coast shit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. So they like, damn, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coast shit. As if they make the wrong move and coast shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up, I'm about to bullshit.
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside where soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drums, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you
ribs up like his wife left him. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS, a mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a cod. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowin' by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. And if they make the wrong move and coach shit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on my devotion.
We talking about practice, not a game, not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my last. Not the game. We talking about practice, man. I mean, how silly is that? And we talking about practice.
Best believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere other than one that is not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting him, that's Ali. You reach, I teach him with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'ma go, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show them how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They ring got the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe. Connected from Cali to New York, niggas, so let it go. Made for this, nigga, I eat bars and drink flows. Thinking you woke into your third eye, peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, they bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, you want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire, you can't stand the rain, take an aim. Tell him runner, he can try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Laughing these niggas once again, and I ain't break a sweat. Number 1 at everything I do, that's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this, janitor with the mop stick. You gon' need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, 10 for 10 I do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog, it is not mixed. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't write, I find shit. I don't like it, then I switch. If I touch it, it's diamond. Tell a bitch that I'm God sent. It ain't because my kicks is built like 5'6", 5'7" is my bitch. Dangerous, high risk. I lose it, get another one. You think I'm talking about a girl? I'm talking about another gun. We here now? Hey, look, it is what it is now. We don't fuck with the house niggas. We burn the crib now. I'm ahead now, and I hope they can hear now. I don't care if you think it's it, nigga. I don't fear clown. Silences make it sound like raindrop. That's a quiet storm. Get the job done in the view and get fired on. If you niggas standing for nothing, what you dying for? If you put real with real, that's how I was born. Walk in this bitch ready for war. I'm in riot form. I want these niggas to see me flex. That's why I am armed. I shouldn't live in the crib, nigga. I should buy a farm to go through this shit so effortless. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Best believe that I'm top 3. Only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3.
The truth from the people of God are the Israelites. Read! Romans 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Christ, and lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost. This is Paul talking. A true prophet of the Most High God, a chosen man of God. The only chosen people of God are the Israelites. Israelites. We're going to read it right here in our scriptures. There's nowhere in no other religious book, the Quran, or anywhere else that proves that they're the chosen people of God. It's a jailhouse religion. That's all. It's just a jailhouse religion. And you know, different from a Baptist church. It's just aggressive Christians. That's all. Read. Verse 2. That I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. We have sorrow for our brothers, sorrow for our sisters in the ghetto. We don't give a damn about no goddamn Arabs. We're never joining Arab religion. We're never accepting stinking Middle Easterns. We're never doing it. We're going to serve people of God who are in the goddamn ghetto. That's in Harlem, and Brooklyn, and Compton, and Louisiana. The hell with some goddamn Arabs? The hell with an Arab religion? You understand? We love our brothers and sisters too goddamn much to be some goddamn sellouts, man. You understand? And guess what we don't do? We don't murder each other either. Israelites don't murder each other. Malcolm X died at the hands of some goddamn Muslims because of a disagreement. In Israel, we talk to our brother, man. We don't increase the crime rate, we decrease the crime rate. That's right. Funerals for black folks. Too much death for black folks, and we don't got time to put a murderous hit on our own brothers, man, because they disagree. That's some white man garbage. That's Arab garbage. You understand? The true black man is an Israelite, and the prophets of God are Israelites. Read. Verse 3. For I could wish that myself were accused from Christ. I wish myself to be accursed for my brother. I wish God would strike me down and kill me just to save my brother, man. Just to get him off weed, to get him off crack, to get him off heroin, and to get him off hatred for another black man. That's what I wish my brother. I wish myself death to see that achieved, man. I wish myself death. That's how we live. As Israelites, we don't compromise, we don't hide. Get a picture of this woman. That's an Arab walking right there. That's a Muslim. She ain't saying nothing to our brothers. Right. Because she knows those ain't her goddamn brothers. Right. For my brethren, my kinsmen. My what? My kinsmen. My kinsfolk, which is my family. Go ahead. According to the flesh.
Thank you, brother.
What? According to the flesh. That black man, that Hispanic man, that Native American man. According to my flesh. Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead, brother. Who are Israelites? Say it again. Who are Israelites? The black man is what? Israelite. The Hispanic man what? Israelite. We ain't no goddamn Arabs. We ain't no goddamn Muslims. What are we? Israelite. That's according to the Most High God, black man. That's according to the Most High God, black man. That the true religion are the religions, the true people of God are Israelites. Not no goddamn jailhouse religion Muslims, man. None of that garbage, man. The true righteous people of God, the true chosen people of God are what? The Israelites. Say it again. Who are Israelites? Black men, you are what? Israelites. Puerto Ricans, you what? Israelites. Haitians, you what? Israelites. To the poor black men, the projects, you what? Israelites. To the Puerto Ricans in the Bronx, you what? Israelites. That's what God said. That's right. And that's the same book that Farrakhan reads out. That's the same book Malcolm X reads out. That's the same book. You understand? We don't sit there and lick the feet of the Arabs, man. We don't lick the feet of the goddamn Arabs. We stand up to be real strong black men. Real strong black men. You gotta train them bow ties and get some boots, man. You gotta train them bow ties in and get some goddamn boots and learn how to be a true man of God. And a true man of God are what? Israelite. That's what the Bible says, black man. That's the Bible. Now show me the Quran where the true chosen people of Islam. Show me that in the goddamn Quran. I can show you the Quran where it says the true chosen people of God are what? Israelite. That's what it says in the goddamn Quran. That's right. That's what it says in the Quran. What's it, Surah 122? Huh? Do we got a point? We can point. We can point. You understand? We really study out here because we really love our people for real out here.
That's right.
We're willing to die. All 6 of us. We're willing to die out here for whatever reason. You understand? We're what? Who are Israelites? Israelites are willing to die out here on these streets for whatever reason. You understand? We're not just marching and stepping and easy to put hands on. We're easily out here, y'all. Anytime you want to see us, we right here. We give you the address, phone numbers, contacts, whatever you want to do, we right here. You know why? Because we serve God. Because we're what? Israelite. Keep reading. Who? To pertain the adoption. Say it again. Pertain the adoption. We pertain the adoption of God. That's what our book says, man. And guess what? So does the Quran. Go ahead. And the glory. And the covenant. And the what? And the covenant. We got the agreement with the Most High God. You understand? Our father Abraham had an agreement with the Most High God. Not no stinking Muslims. Not no stinking Ishmael. Not no stinking Jah's religion. The true told people of God had a covenant with Abraham. All you gotta do is look at the reading. That's all you gotta do. We really do. So how can you be about your neighborhood not being gentrified when you worship goddamn Arabs? How can you worry about your sister getting beat out of an Arab store and praise the Arabs and have their goddamn religion? How can you do that? You can't care about your folks. You understand? Come on. You understand? You can't be that. You can't. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And that's a double-minded man that claims to be a black man, but he has a goddamn Arab god. You understand? That's why I can't say that too much about crackers that smoke rock when they praise a rock. You understand? They praise a rock. Those are spiritual crackheads. Those are spiritual crackheads right there. You understand? It's just
It was going.
How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
Good.
Wildcat.
Yeah, man.
Christ, Christ. How we looking on the eye? I know we a little lean tonight. Y'all sound like y'all missing your brothers.
Well, right now I'm in the presidential palace in Sri Lanka. They Airbnb. They Airbnb. They listed it Airbnb, so I got a presidential suite in Sri Lanka. You know what I'm saying? So I'm broadcasting live. In lovely. Airbnb. They Sri Lanka Airbnb. So
you gotta get elephants in the back there, though.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Elephant for real. God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What it do? Like this was a good weekend for sure. But this down place in hell, so much shit going on. You know what I mean? Coming out of the damn courts, the politics, the woods.
Damn right.
Yeah, I thought you'd have the video with Joe Biden's son Hunter Biden measuring weighing crack.
Damn, yeah.
Damn. Salakia. He weighing the crack.
Yeah, on a scale like so serious.
Hold on. This Hunter Biden?
Yeah. Like niggas getting put in jail doing time for stuff like that. Now man weighing and ain't no, small amount too. His father was like, if you had a small, like a quarter
A quarter key, a quarter.
A crack, you should do 5. You should do 5 years.
Right.
At minimum 5 years. That nigga had to do life with the amount of crack on that table. Like.
Damn.
It's 2.06.
2. Yeah, he got the digital scale up now.
07.
She said 2.06. It says 20.7.
Yeah.
2.0.
That should.
According to Joe Biden,
Listen, even the reporter laugh. The reporter looking like, say something for me.
God damn.
Like, where's my crack? What's her eyebrows and shit like? Like she
quarter brick.
Because he not going to do no time for that. He ain't going to do no time for that. And brothers locked away for stuff like that.
God.
You know what I mean? Not saying, you know what I mean, we should go there and you know what I mean, do, you know what I mean, crack. But at the same time, you know what I mean, if we getting locked up for it, come on.
Yeah, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me see if I can play a little more here and see.
according to Joe Biden, that's the smartest man he knows. Has he really said that? And talking about the big guy, remember what Joe Biden said about those who are found with even a small amount of crack?
If you have a piece of crack cocaine no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand, 1/4 of $1, we passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurmond and myself and others, a law that says you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice.
5 years minimum, but I guess that was for the poor kids in the projects, not the entitled fail son of a US senator, vice president, and now president.
Yo, so you see, like, it's down there, like that international media, they know exactly what's going on with it. You know, they know exactly what's going on with the whole thing, man. Like, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. He taped himself doing everything. He is.
Why would he do that though?
Because he's stupid. That's the best I could say. He taped himself doing everything. Everything you could think about with turn the camera off. Don't tape this.
Yeah, that's a crackhead move there. That is a crackhead move.
And listen, and he ain't had no good people around him. Because the broad say, yeah, that's 2.07. So he probably thinking he ain't going to jail because it's just 2. They should say 20, you know.
Right.
God damn. He look like a little child you leave home.
They got a hold of that laptop. That laptop, they got, you best believe them other countries got a hold of that footage.
Yeah.
They got other stuff on there too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They call it laptop from hell.
That's crazy. Let me see some boy. The broad says 2.07.
It's 2.06. 2.07.
Yo, they're high already.
It's 20. What is it, grams?
Yeah, it's grams.
God damn. And he said it's 2.
Yeah.
That's how much they get high. That's a small amount to them.
Yeah.
He transposed the decimal point. he do some magic with that decimal point right there, brother, and make a whole 18 grams just disappear off the scale. I don't know what he do with that thing, boy. Joe,
that's for court if they go to court. Your Honor, it was just 2.07.
That's what I'm saying. Like, good night, boy, Joe.
Yeah, as General Kubalaman saying, he should be under the jail.
Right.
But in America.
For sure. So, General Q.
That's the taxpayers' money right there.
Man, you ain't never lied with this shit here, but
Go all the way go getting blown out in a pipe. You know what? Your gas price is so high because Hunter Biden, he has vices.
Everything he can't handle, he can't control. I don't know.
Yeah.
These oppressors, boy. It's one thing after the other.
I say when you know what I mean, when the Republicans get back in power, boy, huh?
she can't believe the shit. She she just want to yell like other white people that yell, whoa! And she better worry about that Sri Lankan palace.
Yeah.
That's what she gotta worry about. Mind your business. Hell, good night. Yeah, I did not know about this one.
Yeah.
I did not know about this one.
Yeah, because the main media they ain't bringing it out like that. You might find it on Fox, but CNN and them, they're staying away from that. You know what I mean, they really was trying to hide everything. And if all of that had come out before the elections with Donald Trump,
right,
Trump would have been president right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So they hide all that because Trump was talking about them, about the laptop way back then when they was doing the debate, but they didn't believe him because they was keeping it, you know what I mean, hush hush.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's the oppressor politics there for you.
Right.
Yeah, as General says, 5 years old. I mean, that's politics right there for you.
Yeah, that's too much, boy. Right.
Yeah.
That's too much. That laptop is 5 years old. How much ground's in that laptop? So like, right.
I'm telling you, you'll be shocked. I'm telling you, like there was doing a report on it. The dude who actually got the laptop,
right?
He was like, the amount of things that have on this laptop right here is national security type stuff. You know what I mean? But it ain't coming out because, you know what I mean, Joe Biden, everybody wanted Joe Biden in. They just wanted to get rid of Trump.
Almost like they're protecting him.
Yeah, they are protecting him. They're protecting him. And Joe Biden, that son, I'm telling you, he could literally shoot somebody in the middle of Times Square and get off.
Right.
Joe Biden will get him. I'm telling you.
It's so heavy too, because whoever was serving him, like you serving the son of the vice president,
right?
Like you damn near got some security clearance to be able to, you know, to get close. You know what I'm saying, to the son of, you know, of a vice president. So if you serve whoever that drug dealer was, he was making money,
right?
You know what I mean, because it wasn't, you better believe he ain't just, you know, you ain't just walking up on the vice president's son. You know what I'm saying? Most of that immediate family is protected by Secret Service. So whoever it was, best believe they had some kind of security clearance or something to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Right. To get, you know, you serving the son of the vice president. I mean, that's a major, you know, if you a drug dealer, that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a link you don't want to let go. And they probably was, you know, they probably were Ubering them drugs to him.
That's what I was just about to say. It's probably them. That's that damn Secret Service bringing the shit.
Man, you would be shocked to hear some of the things actually coming off that laptop. Them Secret Service had to go bang on his door to tell him, don't use that card. That's Joe Biden card. And he spent almost 100,000 on hoes in one night on that card, just swiping. And they had to come on. Bang on the door. I forget the name they had for Joe Biden. And it's like, yo, that's such and such card. Use it. Stop.
I remember the one every administration have an issue with drugs some way, like the Republican and Democrats. There was one dude up in there, I think he was up in there with Trump. He was the medicine dude. They called him the Candy Man. Yeah, he was handing out so many goddamn pills, man. He was just like they called him the Candy Man up in there. So, you know what I'm saying?
He got that Willy Wonka up in that thing.
Yeah, he was up there, man. I mean, he damn near was pressing and stamping up there. Okay, what you want? Would you want this? He was giving them all kind of, you know, prescriptions and everything up in there, man. You know, the aides said he had a headache. He would just give him he was just willy-nilly with the whole thing, man. So them drugs is, you know, I mean, they called it the White House for a reason, I guess.
Man, listen.
Keep it real.
The White House and they can't add.
Right.
Hunter say, what's that? That's just 2 grams?
Right.
2.7.
Yeah. Nah, and if you want to run in on something else, no, that Brittany, the Brittany, what's her name? Brittany. I know how to pronounce her last name.
Griner.
Yeah, Griner.
Brittany just grinding. Bear with me one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Brittany Griner is like the second story.
3.
Exclusive. Ben Crump to NBA players. Speak out about Brittany Griner. Famed civil rights attorney Ben Crump is imploring more NBA players to speak out about Brittany Griner, clearly believing their voices could help bring the WNBA star back to the States. The lawyer spoke with TMZ Sports out in D.C. earlier this week, and he made it clear if some of the association's biggest names, as well as others in the NFL, NHL, MLB, and more, keep raising awareness for Griner, it could help her in her drug case in Russia. I think the NBA players should be saying more, the 52-year-old said. I think that the sports world should be saying more. As we reported, Brittany Griner is now facing 10 years behind bars after she pled guilty to drug charges in a Russian courtroom on Thursday. Griner's legal team said they're hopeful that by taking responsibility for her actions, authorities will go easy on her when it came to sentencing. Crump obviously isn't feeling super optimistic that will happen, telling us he believes regardless of what goes down in the case, she's being used as a political pawn. He's now urging anyone with a platform to come forward, believing a large public outrage could hopefully lead to a speedy return for the basketball star.
And they're talking about, that's Benjamin Crump.
Yeah. Like, for real, them civil rights leaders, they should just, you know what I mean, change the status, the job profile to professional beggars. You know what I mean? To hell with, you know what I mean, civil rights is it's too nice for them. Professional beggars.
Right. Any more?
Sir. It would be a travesty of justice for her not to come home soon, he said. Crump, who was on his way to see Joe Biden at the Presidential Medal of Freedom ceremony Thursday afternoon, added he had plans to have a word with POTUS about it all.
Yeah, that there's this girl, I don't know if she really understands how the trouble she really in, and the convenience that she's given the oppressor by putting herself in this situation here. This is one of them things where they just making the most of what happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They just making the most of what happened. I have another article here. I was checking on some things with this girl. I was trying to find some baby pictures of this girl. And I could not find any. I could not find no teenage pictures, no pictures of her, you know, as just a young girl, you know what I mean? Just to see what she looked like before somebody violated this girl, because somebody definitely did violate this girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was one of them who was on the internet, you know, topless, but this is after she done the surgery and cut her breast off.
Oh, that is why she looking like that.
Yeah, she cut her breast off, and she was on the internet, you know, like how brothers would be showing off, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like you could see something is mentally wrong with the girl, you know what I mean? But there's no help for her at all. You know what I mean?
So lucky if I could too. And they got to understand Benjamin Crump, and I'm sure he do on some level. Of course, he's doing this for the optics, but for sure, he have to understand now that whole, I don't know if they got it over in Russia, the habeas corpus, all that right there is suspended, you know what I'm saying, in wartime. So really, in essence, she's a POW, a prisoner of war.
Right.
or you can say a casualty of war in some cases. But she's now going to be used as a prisoner exchange. You know what I'm saying? Because Russia's at war with America. You know what I'm saying? War, you know, so this whole thing with because America propping up Ukraine. So all that trial and all that's just a dog and pony show. The real issue is who you willing to give up for her. What are you know what I'm saying? This is you know, so it's so crazy, man, because if they don't move fast on this, the next time you see Brittany Griner, she's gonna be singing the Russian national anthem at the Olympics, and she's gonna be going baseline dunking on the U.S. Olympic female team. She's gonna be playing for Russia. You know what I'm saying? Or something. You know what I'm saying? Gonna see her at the free throw line, you know what I'm saying, for Russia. You know what I'm saying? Because this right here, this is why we try to tell our brothers and sisters, man, you know, don't get caught out of bounds, pun intended. Like this right here, like stop thinking that this whole thing that you free, it's not real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we still in captivity. You go to these countries, you think because you got a little fame or a little money, you can go in these countries and do what you want to do. You can't do that, man. And it's sad. But Benjamin Crump need to be calling out the LGBTQI movement. Yeah, that's what we need to be calling out. You need to be calling them out. He should be calling out the NBA. I haven't heard him yet say, what is the LGBTQI community going to do about this? Where's the money from the LGBTQI movement to help go over here, let's negotiate this sister's release? They haven't said nothing.
Right. Well, this is the game they're playing with her. This is the actual game they're playing with her. Because I'm going to read an article here from Lisa Leslie. I think she was interviewed sometime back in March. You got it?
Report: WNBA stars told not to fuss over Brittany Griner arrest. Retired basketball icon Lisa Leslie said that she and other players in women's basketball were told not to speak out too much about the arrest and detainment of lesbian WNBA star Brittany Griner in Russia over fears she would become a political pawn.
You understand? So they already tell people don't. You know, they was telling the woman in the WNBA to not talk about it as much. You understand? To not speak about it as much. And, you know, that's why they wasn't saying nothing. Right. You know, which is once again proof that the oppressor is dictating every part of our life. Yeah. Like if you think them young boys who doing the mumble rap doing it because that's what they want to do, you got to think again. Right. If you think they're wearing them funny ass clothes with them, you know, them you know, special needs shoes, you know, and them old geriatric shoes they're wearing because they want to, you better think again. Like you have a sister, regardless of her orientation at this for this particular point I'm making, you know, done going across there because of course she's chasing what? More money because she thinks she's a man. Right. She thinks she should get paid like a man. She doesn't make herself look like a man and go across there and get money. And they tell black women who making them money in the WNBA, don't talk about her too much because then we'll have to go get her. Right. You know what I mean? Like that, all that pretty talk about they're going to hold her as a political prisoner is really saying, if you make a big deal about this, then we'll have to go get her. So just, you know, just let her sit in jail. You niggas sit in jail anyway. That's really what they're saying here. Yeah. And they've been doing it since March. Right. That's why they haven't said anything about it. Right. You get the point? You can give me some more. Come on.
Leslie, a four-time Olympic gold medalist who played for the Los Angeles Sparks, made the comments in a recent episode of the I Am Athlete podcast. What we were told was to not make a big fuss about it, so that they could not use her as a pawn, so to speak, in this situation and war, Leslie said in the episode that aired Monday. Griner is a two-time Olympic gold medalist and plays for the WNBA's Phoenix Mercury. She was arrested in February at a Moscow airport. Griner has been playing for a Russian women's team for several years during the WNBA's offseason. Russian authorities have accused her of smuggling a narcotic substance. If convicted, she faces up to 10 years in prison. News of Griner's arrest only circulated in the media after Russian outlets ran the story, which brought up questions over why the basketball star's story wasn't bigger.
Right, and they only the team she was playing for they only brought the story up because, of course, they want their player. Right.
Yep.
You understand? Like, she go over there to play for them. They want their player. She ain't show up, so they start asking questions, and now they making a big stink about it over there because, once again, money. Right. Like, money is what's really running the shit.
Right.
But you know, we just being pawns in it. Right. Meanwhile, they're telling you, you know, hush, don't say nothing. Right. Don't make them know she important. You know what I mean? Don't make them know she important about it. You know, else we'll have to go get her. And this is the problem. Lisa Leslie and them, all them other, this is why you don't get paid a lot. If you want to know why you don't get paid a lot, it's because you will shut your mouth when the white man tell you shut your mouth. Right. You understand? You shut your mouth when he tell you shut your mouth. You're saying it. Not now. I think it's a couple months ago she started saying it. But you women in the WNBA, you WNBA players, you'll wonder why you don't get paid like LeBron, because LeBron would come out and say they're hunting us. You remember when LeBron came out and said the police is hunting our men? It's like we can't walk in the streets. He damn near quoted Lamentations. Right. But you broads, you so goddamn money hungry that they tell you to shut up and you shut your mouth while your sister rots in a Russian prison. You shut your mouth. That was the time for you to open and go buck wild, right? And say this is, you know, she matters too. If it was LeBron, but you shut your mouth. You try to play the long game, right? You try to use Brittany Griner for your political agenda, which was to get more money.
That's it.
You kept your mouth. You got her real hush money now. You kept your mouth closed so that, you know, maybe, you know, it wouldn't be an issue and you could get more money. You simple, right? You're simple as hell. You're simple as hell. This Lisa Leslie, we hearing about it because she came out, but she should have led a whole damn campaign about this situation here. And once again, a black woman has to come to the rescue of a black woman. Like,
right.
We all we got, man.
That's
we
it.
all we got. The LGBTQ is awful quiet at this point.
Right. And also too, Cap, like that first video show us there with Hunter Biden with a crack. They should be coming forward and saying, yo, if she in jail, then he had to get locked up too. Like, you know what I mean? Like they had a, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Fight, you know what I mean? Find some way to fight, you know what I mean? To show, you know what I mean, that America and Russia at the same time too, they don't like us.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
So I could, what you, I mean, cut you off, Caps a lot.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
No, what you saying so heavy, Cap and Shock. The black woman, she's selective when she opens her mouth.
Right.
Like all this feminist and women's rights. What like, you know, I know she don't identify as a woman, but we all know she is a woman. And it's women like Lisa Leslie is saying, trying to say something about it a lot, and they trying to tell them not to say nothing. Whatever. See, these women, like the jig is up with all this, you know. You don't want to listen to a black man, Hispanic, Native American, Indian man. You don't want to listen to your man, but you will listen to these people talking about just wait until we get a stronger diplomatic channel so we can try to work this thing out. You understand? But if a black man tell you something in the household, you ready to raise Cain. If he tell you to be patient, look, oh my goodness. This is, you know, this is ridiculous. Slack it, Cap.
No. I was just saying that's the sister. You would think it's somebody else, right?
Yeah.
This is her. This is she cuts her breast off and walking around topless like how a brother would do it. You know what I mean? The sister been damaged out. Sister been damaged. And I believe before this marriage, the marriage she was in before ended in divorce because she was beaten up. Two of them was fighting. They was beating up. They got two famous mugshots on the internet. It's beating up, bro.
This is sad. Like this right here is an example of the dark side of the rainbow that we always talk about in the UPK, man. Right. Like it's clear to see she's high on this picture here.
Yeah, right.
It's clear, like you know, they can try to say that, you know, she was prescribed medical marijuana to try to speed this case up, give her some kind of, you know, leverage. But this right here, this is just goes to show you the type when the Bible talks about the natural use of a woman, right, and how it has been perverted in these times. This right here is why it's so sad, man. You understand? The sister can play ball, but why does it have to come to this?
Right.
Why does it have to come to this? You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're gonna edify yourself or mortify yourself, it's supposed to be through Christ, not doing this type of nonsense. You understand? You can see this is an unseemly act that she's done, and like I said earlier, like the dark side of the rainbow. And now look at this situation, man. It's just a sad thing, man. And this is why you need the ISUPK. This is why you should be checking in and you should be supporting the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? With your time and finances and resources, man. Because our sisters need help. You know what I'm saying? I yield, Cap.
And Salakia to Cap, you know what I mean? It's almost like, you know what I mean, like with the Bible, you know what I mean, in the true form will stop, you know what I mean, would have stopped her from getting, you know what I mean, molested or whatever, you know what I mean, took, you know what I mean, place with her. Right. But America, on the other hand, they don't care what state you're in. Like you could clearly, as it says, see that she has a problem. But America will let her, you know what I mean, dope herself up and just go bounce a ball and make money. You know what I mean? Get them rich. You understand? Get them medals. Right? Use her and then throw her away once, you know what I mean, once you get old and, you know what I mean, washed up. You know what I mean? But the Bible had a cure for this. You understand? That's much like with the abortion. It's almost like they don't like the 10-year-old. I don't know if you all heard about the news about some 10-year-old. Right. No, that is the face of what they're trying to push to try to get abortion back in. Right. No, they're not trying to tell you that, you know what I mean, that rapist, he is the problem.
Exactly.
Nah, they're turning the problem on the child in the womb. Right. When the child in the womb ain't the problem. And that's America for you. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's almost like let's not worry about her getting molested or some pedophile getting his Jones on. You know what I mean? Some deviant getting his Jones on and destroying the sister. Let's not worry about that. Let's give her weed, so you know what I mean, or let her be a man, or let her be whoever she wants to be, to you know what I mean, to comfort herself.
Right.
I mean, America
and for their own political agenda. Because the same 10-year-old you mentioned, I was checking out the story earlier. Like I need to see more proof that she actually exists. Right. So some 10-year-old girl get raped in Idaho or somewhere, and she's pregnant. And guess who's the rapist? Guess.
They say a Hispanic man. That's what they're saying.
Illegal immigrants from they say it's a girl in rape. The Burro. One of them Republicans come out and say it's a lie. Right. They're charging him. But okay, that's not far fetched because that was Roe versus Wade. Right. That was in Roe, how she got raped. Right. And we found out that was a lie. Right. And she had abortions before. She had no problem killing babies. You know what I mean? Like, so what's how we know this 10-year-old story is even real?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't see no doctors that, come in there and recommend the whole thing. Right. You know what I mean? General Kathama, you say,
Shalom, Yahweh,
say she has the goddess of Ma'at on her chest, Kemet. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Damn near is the symbol of a destroyed Israelite. Right. That between that Ankh and that Ma'at, it's a cry out for help me, please. Like she been jammed up way before Russia. Right.
That's right. So
please go ahead.
Can I get one scripture, Cap?
Go ahead.
Let me get Isaiah chapter 49, verse 24. That's heavy, General Katham. That's a good catch too. I didn't even see that, man. And like what you said, Captain, is so right. She was a prisoner before she went to Russia.
Exactly.
She was a prisoner before she went to Russia. She was struggling with her identity. For you to struggle with your sexual identity, that means that you are trapped. Like she's trying to sit there and say, well, I'm, when you got to cut off your breasts and all that, like you really a prisoner in your mind in that community. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with all these types of things. She got all them different tattoos on her, man. Like you said, this is a cry out for help, man. Yep. You got to do this. You got to prove that you are a man and such and such when you're really a woman. You know what I'm saying? Try to change your biology.
Right.
If I can get that scripture, my brother.
Come on. Isaiah chapter 49, verse 24. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered.
You understand? Like asking you a question, man. Asking you a question. Shall the prey be delivered, man? Keep going.
Come. But thus saith the Lord, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away.
You understand? Like if we was to serve the Lord, guess what? He would deliver us, man. He would deliver us from the mighty if we serve the Lord instead of serving some alphabet community or some false identity.
Right.
Keep going, my brother.
Come. And the prey of the mighty shall be delivered. Right. For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children.
You see that, man? The Lord will contend with them that contend with us, man, and we will serve the Lord, man. Wouldn't have to worry about the NBA speaking out. The Lord would speak out, and you would be free. You would be, quote unquote, as they say, liberated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If the Lord, if we were serving the Lord just shows you that He deals. The Bible is a book about a people who've been under captivity, from captivity to captivity, from oppression to oppression, and how He delivered us. How He delivered us through each one of those captivities, man. You understand? That's something. What verse we on, my brother?
So that's Isaiah 49 and 25, sir.
Okay, can you take me over to 26?
Sir. Verse 26. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh.
You see that? The Lord gonna punish them, man. The Lord know we've been captive. If we was to turn to the Lord and say, you know what? We were wrong, man. We sinned against you. We at war with the Most High right now. We're in a rebellious state. Right. That's why we going. The Bible say, we went from mountain to mountain, from hill to hill. You know what I'm saying? Every different government and structure we've been captive under. We've been oppressed under.
Right.
Keep going.
Come. And they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob.
You understand? The mighty one of Jacob, man. He redeemed us. He's going to redeem us. But listening to these politicians and these different people, man, we're not getting redeemed. You understand? You just getting traded. You're just getting traded to another team.
Yeah.
You understand? You're not a free agent. You understand? You're not getting redeemed.
Right.
You understand? They put a salary cap on your freedom because we don't serve the Lord. We got to understand what time it is, brothers and sisters, man.
Yep.
Time for us to come back and serve the Lord, man. This is going to keep going on and on and on. Ain't no telling when they're going to get their sister back, man.
Yeah.
And the more this war keep intensifying with the Ukraine and these other countries over there, ain't no telling what they might not never release their sister, man.
Right.
I yield, Captain. Wow.
Listen, Kahana, you so right. Okay. A few points here, definitely. Like, getting her back is probably so far-fetched now because I don't know if you remember Otto Warmbier?
Who?
Otto Warmbier.
No.
Otto Warmbier was this kid from Idaho or Iowa who went to Korea, North Korea, was staying in some hotel and stole this propaganda art piece that the Koreans had. He was a college student. He was like 21 years old. He stole it. They caught him. He stole it on the last day. Now they have footage of somebody taking it. They say it's him, right? He was saying it wasn't him first. They say it's him. Then he went and he pled guilty. He pled guilty, hoping to get a lighter sentence for them to have leniency on him, right? He pled guilty. They're trying to play again the politics. And at the time, Trump was in office, and his parents was not Trump supporters. And they were saying, go get my son, go get my son. They say, yeah, we're going to do what we have to do. We're going to do what we have to do. And he pled guilty, and they gave him 15 years hard labor. 15 years hard labor. And this is him here crying in court because he already knew he messed up. He did what privilege sons of the oppressor do. They go to some country and violate them people on the damn customs and think, because you stole a whole country and you stole people, that you could go across there and steal art and nothing gonna happen.
Right.
Well, listen, they kept Otto Wambia for a few months, and then they worked out some deal with him, with Korea, the North Koreans and his family. Otto Wambia came home in a box sack.
Right.
Otto Wambia came home brain dead. You see his limbs here disfigured. And his mother said his lower teeth looked like they've been moved around. So jammed up. He had some head injury. He died 6 days later. And then Trump used his death to broker some deal between North Korea and South Korea. That's how he ended up meeting Kim Jong-un. It was from this case here. So this situation that's going on with Brittany Griner, this could go very, very left.
Right.
Quick.
And what they're gonna lose? Some black woman who cut her breast off.
Right.
That's how they're gonna look at it.
Yeah.
That's how they're gonna look at it, which is why Brittany Griner should never ever stand for that LGBTQ. Like, now is the time for her to be a black woman today.
That's right.
I'm a black woman today.
That's right.
Go down in that damn Russian crypt and fall to her knees and cry out unto the Lord.
That's right.
That I don't come home like this.
Right.
They sent that fool back in a box sack, first class. They had no expense to send him back in a box sack, and he was over there for a while. You understand? So when Lisa Leslie and them staying quiet and talking about, they told us don't say nothing because if they make her political prisoner, we'll have work to do. But you should have cried out. You're crying out against black men every goddamn day. You're screaming for the right to have abortion. And this is the proof that you broads don't know nothing about no goddamn love. You don't know nothing about no love.
Right.
You want man pay, but you don't want to do man's job.
Damn right, Captain.
Like, what the hell is that? They tell you shut up. She in jail. Man, you supposed to flip high heaven over that shit.
Right.
That's right.
Excuse my language. You supposed to flip high heaven over it.
Right.
But you stayed quiet.
Right.
And now she's really honestly facing, brother, anything could happen to her. Anything could happen to that sister over there. Salaki, go ahead.
I just want to say one thing, Captain. What you just said, that is the path to her freedom. What you just if those sisters in that WNBA was to say, we're not playing, what we about to do, we about to cover our heads.
Right.
And we about to face the East. And we about to ask the Lord to bring our sister back. You understand? In solidarity. And then not only that, like what you said was so right. If she was that sister over there, I guarantee she up in there saying, she really searching for the Lord right now. Like, will I ever get back home?
Exactly.
If she was to confess to the Lord and say, you know what, I was wrong. I'm a woman. I'm who you called me to be. See, a lot of times we can't get delivered because what the Bible say, the Lord said, that's the spot that's on you is not the spot of my children.
Right.
You got to be who God called you to be. You can't be somebody else and think God gonna deliver you.
Right.
You understand? You got to be who he called you to be.
Exactly.
If that sister was, like you said, Captain, was so right, fall on her knees and ask the Lord to forgive her and say, you know what, I'm a woman. I've been playing around with this thing and forgive me. You understand? Deliver me. The Lord will hear that sister, man.
Exactly.
You understand? And get that sister back over here, man. You understand? But once again, pride, man. That's the whole thing. Pride.
That's the whole thing. You're so right. Like remember, the Lord brought COVID and they opened up the jail cells over here. And overturned convictions and released so many brothers because the prison was such a horrible place to be. You think the Lord can bring a plague over there and they have to send her back?
Right.
You think the Lord can't do it? Like what she don't realize, the Lord don't need Biden for shit.
Right.
Right.
You don't need a politician. You need strong black men and obedient women. Because when them Ball brothers, them Lamar Ball and LaMelo Ball was stuck in China, their father got them.
Right.
Their father went and got them, and Trump couldn't say a goddamn word about it. Remember, they kept telling them, well, why don't you tell Trump thank you? He said, for what? He didn't do nothing.
Exactly.
He said, I went there. I made calls. I did this. I put the money up. You trying to give him, and that's what a black man does.
That's right.
He puts his life on the line, and his money on the line, and his name on the line, and he gonna reap the benefits.
Right.
You women stayed quiet in the WNBA,
right?
But you want equal pay for what?
Right.
For what? It's crazy. And the girl there, she over there. You see that picture with her eyes big as shit?
Yeah.
You know what the hell going through in there? You know what? If every night they come in and saying, you know, Dead Yankee, Dead Yankee on the block. they could probably, you know, destroying that girl whole spirit up in that damn prison. But you know, you stay quiet because they told you to stay quiet.
Right.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to get a good picture of her here with her wife, brother. She looked like a man with this little girl. She's so huge compared to the. I don't know if y'all could see it properly now. I'll get a better one, brother. You know what I mean? They even talking about they may be considering using her for some political trade with some prisoner America has. Some if you let me see if I have that article here for you, brother.
So like if I could,
go ahead.
They're gonna be some high profile Russian too. There's gonna be some Russian hacker or some Russian bomber or some. You better believe that she ain't coming cheap. They're gonna use her. And see, and Putin is playing this. So like I ain't
no, go ahead. It definitely is. Go ahead.
Putin is playing this on two fronts. If Biden doesn't get them back, it hurts his relations with the African, quote unquote, African American community.
Yep.
But if he does get her back, then they're gonna be at the expense of like you said, a prisoner swap. So he's using this. You know what I'm saying? Because she's valuable only because she's valuable to us. And they know the Democratic Party won't vote. See, like I said, them Russians is playing chess. I'm not saying America not playing chess either, but they know exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
They know she's an athlete, but they said, well, okay, she's an athlete, she's over here, she's out of bounds. Let's tag her right quick and let's hold her. Let's see let's shake it and see if we can get up out of this.
And she and she ain't no regular athlete. She had 2 gold medals under she belt.
Yeah, she's America. She a prominent athlete.
Yeah, so she ain't just no, you know what I mean? She ain't no amateur.
This is what Russia knows. Russia knows she's black.
Yeah.
And Russia knows, you know, last time North Korea killed Otto Warmbier and white people didn't flip a trash can. But they know what Negroes do.
Right.
They know what Negroes do in America.
Right.
So you don't want to come get her? You're going to have so many protests on the streets of America, Biden. Like Russia don't put them in a goddamn trick bag.
Right. That's right.
And they're talking about swapping her for some arms dealer. Some big arms dealer they got. You found it?
Come on.
Go ahead, read it out.
Brittany Griner and her family have ratcheted up the pressure on the U.S. government to free her from wrongful detention in Russia. And though the WNBA star has pleaded guilty to drug charges in a Moscow court,
right? And she pled guilty this week. I think it was Thursday she pled guilty, and then they had to bring her back yesterday for the sentencing. I'm not sure if she got back in court, but she pled guilty, just like Otto Warmbier. Otto Warmbier had to plead guilty, thinking he is going to get less time.
Right.
No, this girl here, she ain't smuggle pounds of weed in.
Right.
She had something called hashish oil in her damn little vaping shit.
Right.
She shouldn't have been doing it. She should have went over there and made money. Like how everybody else shouldn't go and make money. Go to work.
Right.
You understand? Go to work. But they talking about how she, you know, trafficked whatever, and she's pleading guilty now, hoping for leniency because she's not trying to fight them.
Right.
You know, once again, like because you reject the Israelite school of I.S.U.P.K on the command of GEN.YAHANNA, you think you could stroke the snake. You think you could pet the animal. Our oppressor does not respect us when we lay down. He gets angry.
Right.
He's a bully. He hits in your face. Fight. Why don't you fight back? Why don't you fight back?
Yep.
Pleading guilty was not the way to go.
Right.
That was not the way to go. You should have pled not guilty and stood with the Lord.
If I could too, I remember when Dennis Rodman went over there to North Korea and how they were mad. The president at the time, I forgot who it was, got mad at Dennis Rodman because
Kim Jong-un.
I'm sorry, who was it?
When he went to meet Kim Jong-un,
Right. They got mad with him because they said that, see, and a lot of these athletes, they have international influence. Somebody like Michael Jordan, these different high profile people, they have, but see, America don't want your reach outside of its gates. They don't want you to have another back channel where you can represent yourself, have sovereignty over your own culture, your own nationality. They don't want that because that's dangerous. Because then other countries will want to do business with you directly. They'll skip over the U.S. They'll skip over the U.S. See, if we were to turn to the Lord, they'd be saying, you know what? We recognize, you know how when a government is overthrown, how America says we recognize this new government? It's the same, almost same thing we have with Sri Lanka. They have to install, not elect, after a political fallout, they have to install a leader to make sure the political stability of that country stays intact, so the chess pieces won't move too much. Because if it falls, what happens now? Like any beast, they start to circle the wagon.
Right.
With no stability, now you got invaders can come in now and take that spoil. You understand? They don't want us to be able to have a unified, strong channel with international. They don't want us talking about Haiti. They don't want us talking about Jamaica over in America. When black people start linking up with each other and start building some kind of front, that's dangerous. That looks too much like a new government, a new kingdom.
Right. And Kahana is saying that too. It reminds me of what's your brother name? The boxer, Ali. When he told them that the Kong didn't do me this, these people didn't do me this, America did me this.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Almost like he's separating himself from America. You understand what I'm saying? So they for sure going to use that sister as some political, some political pawn. You know what I mean?
Listen, it's a win-win for America.
Yeah.
He comes home, Biden is a hero. Right. She end up dead in a pine box, brother. Russia. That's why we need to stop Russia.
Yeah.
Invading Ukraine, and they don't stop. Listen, this week some Russian spokesperson came out on behalf of Putin and said, Americans come here all the time. It's your due diligence when you go into a country to know what's legal and illegal to bring in. That happens. That could happen to you in any country, any zone you go in. You got to make sure your bags is right. Or else you are at the mercy of them. They say, well, why they didn't send her back and this, that, the other. It's the same reason the cops don't let us go with a warning. The cops don't let us go with a warning because by the time they put the cuffs on you and charge you, that's a case that them, the bondsman, the lawyer, the judge gonna get paid off of.
Everybody.
That's why they didn't let her go. They make money, or they're making money off of it. You understand? Like that's what makes this world go. They don't understand that situation. So now if she stays there, it's a win-win for them. But it's nothing for us. It's a shame and embarrassment. It's a shame and embarrassment. Biden had to spend tax dollars to go in. Guess what Republicans would say? Some deviant, the LGBTQ this, which they would be right. But they're saying it not from the point of view of righteousness. They're saying it to spike the ball at the feet of black people. To say, see, once again, you niggas is just no good. Cut her breast off. She's a deviant lifestyle, and she a goddamn drug addict. Going to Russia, you couldn't buy weed in Russia. That's how they're gonna look at this thing. When this sister here, like she really needs to cry unto the Lord. She need, and the Lord, and listen, the Lord done put them in a trick bag too, because how that wife she got. That wife been trying to get on to her for a while. The wife says she ain't talked to her since she got locked up.
Wow.
The broad says she ain't talked to the girl since she got locked up. I think this past week was supposed to be their so-called 4-year anniversary. Right? So their so-called 4-year anniversary. Right? And she wanted to talk to the girl. The embassy said, yeah, go ahead and call the embassy in Russia. And we'll plug you into the prison. She spent the whole night calling the embassy. Nobody picked up the damn phone. She called the news and said she's fed up. She's throwing her hands up. She's done. Because if they can't pick up this phone, that means they're not fighting on behalf of her. I don't expect nothing more from a lesbian. You quit at anytime something get hard, you quit. Every time life get a little hard, a little firm, You quit.
Right.
You quit. You understand? Let me help these two lesbians out.
Right.
The only way y'all gonna get to see each other again is if y'all stop being lesbians.
That's
the Lord in a trick bag. You could see each other again, but you're gonna have to give up that lifestyle.
Right.
Yes,
You're
sir.
gonna have to give it up. Like the judgment comes when you don't look for it, and that's how the Lord is.
Right.
That's exactly the Lord don't want this pretty perfect thing that you trying to portray here. There's
Right.
some other pictures with this girl. She's standing up next to the girl reaching her hip.
Wow.
She's so goddamn. She's 6'9" in them.
Damn.
You mean to tell me that old the one with the unibrow that LeBron playing with?
Anthony Davis.
You tell me he could not go and put some seed in this girl and make some more giants? Like he had to go and try to be a man with his long. Listen, there's a picture here. She's standing next to the girl. They go down to the girl's foot, brother. The girl got foot longer than a car, like she wearing a Cadillac.
Wow.
You understand? Like you couldn't just be a woman and some tall. Listen, look at
Good night.
boots there, brother. And you would think this is just a man with his woman, but it's not. And the LGBTQ is absolutely silent.
Right? Yeah, that's crazy.
That's right.
That is crazy.
That's
like
right.
they're just silent. They didn't say nothing about that.
No.
And she looked like she was champion the whole. You know what I mean? She cut her breasts off. You understand? She championed that whole LGBTQ community, and they just turned the back on her.
That's right.
Right. Now, as it turned the back, now guess who she crying for now? The black community.
That's right.
Just like all the rich people.
That's right. That's right.
Listen,
turn your back on your own people for to become a LGBTQ. But now you had to be black.
It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's so heavy, Cap, what you just said, because like you said, you always got to come back home.
Yeah.
It's like the prodigal son. You got to come back home, man. Because like you sitting there, like you said, it's so right. She championed the LGBTQI community, the LGBTQI mafia. They got something to say about everything at the Hollywood, the BET Awards. You ain't heard Lil Nas X say nothing about it. You ain't hear all these. We checking. We ain't seeing nothing. You ain't making no noise about it. And she, like you said, she didn't cut her breast. The Bible say, "Why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love?"
Yikes!
You didn't trim off a part of you that the Lord gave for a reason.
And listen, as you say, thy ways. Listen, that breast signify a woman.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you see that chest up, okay, that's a woman there. That's woman. Right.
Damn.
You cut that all the way off, as you say, to seek love. And now they won't even come, get you out of the damn jail.
That's right.
Yeah. Listen, who knows if they tell the NBA be quiet, the WNBA. Remember, I think it was what's the other girl's name? I forgot her name. Not Lisa Leslie. There's another WNBA player who said the WNBA puts so much pressure on her because she was a straight sister playing. And they will ostracize her and call her names. Her teammates was forcing her to be a lesbian. Right. Because she was a sister with a man. So, maybe the LGBTQ got orders too to shut the goddamn mouth.
That's
because
right.
they don't want to, politicians, they don't want to make her seem like she's valuable. Maybe you're just a bunch of cowards.
That's right.
Cheryl Swoops, what?
That's right.
Candace Wiggins. Oh, Candace Wiggins is her name? Okay, no sweat. Candace Wiggins. Let me see if I get a picture of the girl. Candace Wiggins.
And you know what? Like you said, Cap, that LGBTQI community, they real strong in that WNBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, why don't you get a salary from the LGBTQI? Just add those letters to the WNBA. Why don't you get a salary for them since you want to force heterosexual sisters to be gay? Right. You see, the thing about it is, like I said, once again, like Satan, he didn't play a lot of our people, man. You know what I'm saying? He can play a lot of our people. Now, here you are. You can't say they don't want they want to get the NBA, the Major League Baseball. They want to get all the athletes to speak about this. But like the captain said earlier, the captain was bringing out, nobody is charging the LGBTQI community. Nobody.
Right.
Where's Little Nas X with his? I was about to listen. Where he at? All the stuff he trying to make a damn BET diss record. Don't even know what the hell he talking about. Where all these people, all these gender affirming, gender fluid advocates at? Where you at now? You mean to tell me you ain't got no gay connections in Russia? You don't go to Russia and you get on your knees for some gay Russians over there? Don't think we don't know. Because you homosexuals getting flued out to Russia.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You all over the international community, but you quiet about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a damn shame, man.
Yeah, this is sister here, Candace Wiggins. Mm-hmm. She said she was bullied during her WNBA career. You have anything on it?
A couple concepts, if I may, sir. Is Candace Wiggins. I was bullied for being straight and 98% gay WNBA.
She said 98% gay.
Whoa.
98% gay. And y'all 100% silent.
That's right.
Yeah.
Y'all 100. You're supposed to be 100% woman, and you're 98% gay.
Right.
But you're 100% silent. And you wonder why LeBron gets big bucks. Right. Because he ain't gonna remain silent.
Right. That's right.
Like, listen, the athletes in America done evolve, you know. It ain't just about stats no more.
Right.
That's the whole reason LeBron is in the GOAT talk with Jordan. Because it's not just the stats anymore. It's what you mean for the sport or your impact and what you did. Right. And they go and make a whole school for black people.
That's right. That's right.
Talk up for black people.
Right.
He amassed so much goddamn power. He could tell Lakers fire Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He got
who is that? Like Kobe?
No, LeBron.
Oh man.
Right. He got back off his power.
Yeah, Magic Johnson is not with Lakers no more because of him.
Right.
It was something where he was supposed to bring LeBron to the team and they were supposed to win or something like that. Right. And if they didn't do it, he had to step. He had to move.
Right.
Yeah, that's why Magic Johnson is not with, not in the front office of Lakers anymore.
Right.
He could tell the Lakers management, get rid of the coach. He could tell them, I don't want this player this year. Bring these next two. Like, you see the power he amasses?
Right.
Right.
But you want that type of power, and you staying quiet. But you had Pride Month, though.
Right.
Yeah.
So, hello, Salaki.
Which goes to show to Salaki, which goes to show that the LGBTQ community hate each other.
Yes.
They really hate each other. And they just use each other when they
need to get that thing knocked off their back.
Yeah. They just use each other. But other than that, they hate each other. And that is why the Lord is say, when you rape a woman, it's like you kill her. And you could see that the woman in her was killed by whatever happened to her. You know what I mean? And the Lord has a way to deal with it. You understand? But America ain't dealing with it how the Lord said to deal with it. Because America is just, I say where any foul beast could live. Could grow and strive.
This is the same Candace Wiggins sister right here. She had a husband and everything. So she had that old feminine soft look.
Right.
Mm. Yeah, she had an old feminine soft look. You say she was bullied. So you know what I mean? The bullying gonna start off with them trying to seduce you into lesbianism.
That's right.
Try to touch you, brush you over. Yeah, like how Diana Ross was playing with the little Kim breast on stage at the BET Awards.
Right.
Remember she come and touch her breast and flick it up in front of people.
Right.
It started like that. Then when she, zip up her shit and she ain't bathing naked with them.
That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Now they want to push her around now.
Mm-hmm.
Not pass the ball to her and do all kind of shit. Why? Because she wouldn't become a deviant like you. Mm-hmm. You ain't trying to bully Putin though.
So 98%
of yours. Please go on.
And you know what? And you. What y'all, Captain, what y'all just said, it make me, if you want, I'm going to tell you how, Brittany Griner, if you want to get attention, this is how you get attention. Say, I'm not gay no more. Okay? I'm going to show you how to get, if you want to get, I'm about to show, you want the LGBTQI community to say something to you, I'm telling you right now, if you get, next time you put a Russian microphone in front of your face, you say, you have anything to say to America? I'm not gay no more.
Say it in English and Russian.
Right. Have the Russian transcript. Write it out. I want to let the world know, and I guarantee it's gonna be a firestorm. They're gonna say we have found she have got rejuvenized. You know what I'm saying with this whole thing, man. That's you want attention. I'm gonna show you how to get the right publicity. Get on TV and say, "How are you doing? I'm doing good. I want to say something. I'm not gay no more."
Yeah. Right.
And watch the LGBT. You want to see the LGBTQI flip? You watch what the hell they say. Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right about that. See, you go and charge them Negroes in public. Like, you know, I'm not part of the LGBTQ no more. I don't identify with them. They haven't identified with me since February.
That's right.
Huh.
I spent Pride Month in jail. Where were you? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym? Right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You're so right about that. And you know, you definitely be making joke about it. But that's what it's boiling down to. Like out of everybody, you know, she's a political prisoner. No. Russia already, you know, they already know what they was doing. Remember that Russian TV interviewed Commander Gen.YAHANNA, Anna Belova, over what? George Floyd killing and the whole thing with the boot kiss. Like the world looks at how America treats black people.
That's right.
Yeah.
Putin is playing chess with Biden, and he's playing checkers. He don't understand what this is here. Right. You know, Putin he's setting you up now to have riots in the street.
Yeah. It's almost as you're saying now, you know what I mean, really thinking about it is almost to the point whereas Putin is trying to tell Negroes, look at how Biden or look at how he thinks about you all.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Look at that. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna come get this sister who been, you know what I mean, getting gold medals for you. You know what I mean? She, you know what I mean? She a star. She's literally a star. You know what I mean? And he gonna leave her out to dry. So what's gonna happen to you in the ghetto?
Right.
What's gonna happen to you in the ghetto? For sure, he gonna lay. You know what I mean? You gonna have to fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Boy, I was just gonna pull one video here and I totally forget about it, brother. It was on the same thing you were saying. It was on the same situation here you was talking about with how they're watching how America treats Black and Hispanic people.
Yeah, Iran famous for that. The leaders famous for coming out and saying stuff. Yeah, I mean, just throwing, little, things here and there.
Right.
But it don't really come out in main media like that. Don't really come out. Like your CBS, your MSNBC, your New York Times. They ain't gonna really, put things like that, in the air for Black people to hear.
Yeah, exactly. If you, I don't know if you remember for sure. You know, they said Brittany Griner, she sent a letter to Biden, and she said to Joe Biden, I voted for you. I voted for you. Now she's telling Joe Biden, I voted for you, not because she's an American citizen, because she'd have said that. She said, listen, I'm a citizen. She said, I voted for you in response to what he told Charlamagne on this clip.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't Black.
It don't have to
see. He said, if you have a problem figuring out who to vote for, and you vote for Trump over me, then you ain't Black. And she's saying, President Biden, I voted for you, meaning I'm Black.
Right.
She's starting to not identify with them already.
Right.
She ain't say, I'm a LGBTQ. I'm a woman. I have needs over here. And, these Russian, Russia is not with that homo stuff. They hosted the FIFA World Cup, 2 years ago? Not 2 years, 2 World Cups ago.
They were supposed to get this year too, but they
were supposed to get it back, and they didn't get it because of Ukraine.
Yeah.
But I think the couple of World Cups ago when they hosted it, they wanted to wear the rainbow color uniform. And Putin said,
They could wear that shit after.
Yeah,
They could wear that shit after the tournament.
Right.
But we in this country here, we not supporting none of that shit. They wanted to put rainbow flags around the damn arenas. Putin said none of that. This is about football.
Right.
So what the hell that had to do with football?
Right.
Right.
Brittany Griner, she wrote to Biden. She didn't say I'm a LGBTQ. She said I'm black.
That's right.
I voted for you.
Right.
I was one of the black people who, you know, identify as black.
Right.
You know, it shouldn't have to go that far, sis.
Right.
That's right. So like if I could too.
Please,
and it's so heavy you brought that out, Captain Shah, because that showed that right then and there, the Democratic Party played the race card.
Yep.
Because he said, if you don't vote, he said to our community, our demographic specifically, if you don't vote for me, you are not authentically a black person. Like now, for those that get mad with the UPK and say we put a race card, but here you have the president of the United States of the divided states of America. I'm sorry.
Right.
Say if you don't vote for me, then you're not black. A lot of y'all missed that. It's the same thing with Barack Obama. We asked you on the streets of America, why did you vote for Barack Obama? You know what you told us? We asked you about all the policies, what policies he got for black people, what's his foreign policy, what's his economic policy. You know what you got? You got General Gatham. Remember, General Gatham asked all them questions in Baltimore. A nigga out there took a deep breath. He got mad. He said, "He black," and you walked off. I remember that in Baltimore. General Gatham asked that man all them questions, and he was puzzled. He just took a deep breath. He black and walked off. So you do believe in picking somebody based on their race,
right?
The whole time you civil rights niggas quoted Martin Luther King. Don't judge a man on the color of his color of his what is it? Color of his character? I forgot him. Forgot it. The color of his skin, not the content of his character. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what the hell you always quoted. But you judged Barack Obama on the color of his skin.
Right.
That's what you did. We see the hypocrisy over here in the UPK, man.
Right.
So lock you.
I know they say, and she voted for him because she was black.
That's
but
it.
No, you know what I mean? Look at what's going on now. That should show you that, you know what I mean? They just play us for fools in this place, man. Rich, poor, middle class, they play us for fools in this place. You know what I mean? And sooner or later, we're going to have to realize we're going to have to come together, you know what I mean, and help each other out. You know what I mean? The American government is not going to do it. They're putting policies in place to kill your children, you know what I mean, lock your black men up, you know what I mean? Like, they're putting policies in place to get rid of you. You know what I mean? So why would you even think they're going to try to get that Brittany, that woman out of there?
Yeah. So like if I could, Officer Shapata out of Texas said something that was heavy, man. I'm gonna read what he has sent me. He said the LGBTQI community is exceptional at canceling people, but they are piss poor at rescuing people. Our sisters should take heed at what of that when they make that community their champion. Officer Shapata out of Houston, Texas. That's an excellent point. They used to cancel. They love canceling people, but they can't rescue nobody. That's an excellent point from Officer Shapata out there in Houston, Texas.
Listen, he's so right. Remember the LGBTQ member that attacked Dave Chappelle?
Yeah,
because he was coming up against their lifestyle so much. Where that nigga flying to Moscow? When is he going to fly over there?
Right.
Huh? When is he going to get busy where a member from his community is being held wrongfully? Right. You know, where is all of that?
Right.
You know what I mean? There's another sister called Maya Moore. I don't know if you remember Maya Moore. Like they didn't want to talk about her. She's a former WNBA player. Right? You have the article on her?
Okay.
Go ahead.
WNBA star Maya Moore marries man she helped free from prison.
Say it one more time.
WNBA star Maya Moore marries man she helped free from prison.
Brittany Griner, you want to get out of the Russian, what is called the gulag?
The gulag, yes sir.
Gulag. You want to get out of the Russian gulag, out from lodge with Yuri and Guri and whoever else.
Right.
This is what you need to do. Go ahead, read it again.
Come on. WNBA star Maya Moore Mary's man she helped free from prison.
Or maybe you need, as Gahan said, to say, I'm not gay no more.
Yeah.
So a man could help you free from prison and he could marry you now.
Yeah.
Listen, we ain't never encouraging no kind of plastic surgery here, but you could come on the right side, and you start a GoFundMe. They put two silicone packs in your chest, you'll be right back to normal.
That's right.
Right back to normal. Cut
That's
them
right.
off the ass dreads you got, and you put you in a nice dress or some kind of feminine attire. And one of them old tall brothers knock you down.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and it ain't got to be no tall brother. You
right.
got some short brothers who can look like you flying up the stairway to heaven. Those are old songs.
David slew Goliath. David slew Goliath, Captain. So we got more than a couple stones.
Listen, that's it. That's it. Yeah, you can come back on the right side, man. Get some brother that damn glory, man.
Wow.
From that damn prison, man. You had some money, sister? Please, this sister was in the WNBA.
Right.
She ain't bitch and fret about no goddamn salary.
Right.
She used that salary to go free the most precious commodity on the earth.
That's right.
A black man. And by black, I mean black, Hispanic, and Native Indian.
Right.
She realized he was in the clutches of the devil and went to free him. That's a bad brother.
Yeah, I'm right.
Please,
Come on. WNBA star Maya Moore revealed Wednesday that she tied the knot with Jonathan Irons, a man she helped free from prison this year after a judge overturned his conviction. The newlyweds made the announcement on Good Morning America, sharing that they have been married for a couple of months. We wanted to announce today that we are super excited to continue the work that we've been doing together, but doing it as a married couple, Moore said. We're excited to just continue this new chapter of life together. Moore, 31, said that she first met Irons through a prison ministry program.
Oh, come on, man. You said it ain't so.
Right.
31. Guess how old Brittany Griner is? Shoot, 31.
Good night.
I think she just turned 32.
Mm.
Same age. Same age. Y'all bullying these straight women so much, they're going to the prison.
Right.
Damn. That's right.
Listen, Captain Tower said the last real niggas either dead or in jail. Nothing. He didn't say that. That's what they say.
Right.
The last real niggas either dead or in jail. But we in the UPK living well.
Right.
But if you ain't in here, that's goddamn.
Right.
Like this sister, she decides she gonna pen pal one of them brothers.
Right.
That's right.
And free him.
Damn
That's
right.
right.
Listen, there ain't no guarantee when he come out, he gonna stay with her.
Right.
She rolled them dice out.
Yeah.
She rolled them dice. She said, blow on this phantom roll and let them things loose.
Yep.
Meanwhile, you buying all the damn batteries, out of Walmart.
God.
And, messing up every goddamn thing. And you sitting down in a Russian prison, cold as hell.
Right.
Not understanding what the hell is going on.
Right.
That's insane. Absolutely insane.
Right.
You know what I mean? We good on this, Can we move on?
Come. Yeah.
Could be that different guy.
Yeah, come.
What we going to next? I don't know. I want to get DC mayor, brother. So
Oh yeah, we can go right to that because it's gonna be right in that LGBTQ arena.
Yep.
I want to go right there, brother.
Yes, indeed. Big Teeth Bowser. It's been a long time coming for her.
Right.
Running her mouth in DC.
Right. DC will open its first homeless shelter for LGBTQ plus adults this summer. DC will have its first homeless shelter serving LGBTQ plus adults in August when a 40-bed emergency shelter intended for queer people 25 years and older opens at 450th Street Southeast. The city decided to dedicate a space for the LGBTQ community so people could receive tailored services. Officials with Mayor Muriel Bowser's administration said at a ribbon-cutting ceremony on Thursday. The goal is to offer a more comfortable place of respite to queer people who are more likely to have a history of trauma or are more vulnerable to violence in existing homeless shelters. People experience homelessness differently for different reasons and in different ways. People avoid homeless shelters also for a multitude of reasons, Bowser said at the ceremony outside the facility. We know, and we have seen it in the creation of our small, dignified family shelters, that when we get shelter right, people will come into shelter. The mayor's team has taken steps to improve the city's shelters, including replacing DC General with smaller family shelters in each ward, and more recently, renovating the 801 East Men's Shelter. While the city has multiple emergency or transitional housing options for homeless youth who are LGBTQ, there are currently no options for people 25 and older, despite a significant need. Approximately 7% of adults experiencing homelessness in the city's shelter system are LGBTQ, while 18% of adults experiencing homelessness and who are unsheltered are LGBTQ, based on point-in-time count data presented by Department of Human Services Director.
How many? What percent?
7% of adults experiencing homelessness in the city's shelter system are LGBTQ, while 18% of adults experiencing homelessness and who are unsheltered are LGBTQ. She also said 20% of the entire LGBTQ population in the shelter system report a history of domestic violence. The staff at the new shelter will provide trauma-informed care and connect people to addiction treatment, employment opportunities, and other resources, Zeilinger added. In keeping with the mayor's promise to eliminate homelessness, they will also try to link people to permanent housing. The shelter represents a milestone for LGBTQ advocates who had long called on city officials to provide this resource. Last year, the Bowser administration announced their goal to create dedicated shelter programming for LGBTQ adults to ensure people have choice and feel safe accessing emergency shelter as part of the Homeward DC 2.0 plan to address homelessness.
Just to give people a little bit of background, with this mayor, like she really was put in there by this community.
Yes,
you understand. She inherited this office after what's the ball head one, Fenty? I believe it was Fenty.
Yeah, I think
Fenty back in 2014, somewhere around there. And she was running against an old stalwart who everybody was tipping to be the replacement for Marion Barry, which was Vincent Gray.
Right.
Vincent Gray, I mean, he don't look the part, but they say that nigga, he like the an older ghost from Power.
Vincent Gray was before.
Vincent Gray was before her, and Fenty was before him. Right. So she ran against Vincent Gray. And he had so much, influence and power because he was damn near like this version of Marion Barry, the closest they could get.
Right.
And boy, this community rallied behind her so strong to be put in office, and she won.
Right.
She won with the power of the damn rainbow.
Right.
You understand? And she's been in there ever since, and she damn near is handing DC over to them. That's why DC's real estate prices are going through the roof.
It's crazy.
All these developers are LGBTQ. You know what I mean? These developers are that's the real LGBTQ community. They own every goddamn thing. They're coming together and pooling their money together. And they're running DC ragged.
Right.
They're running DC absolutely ragged. And this year, brother, I think the mayoral election is in a couple months, I think. At the end, lower down in the year, they had the Democratic election. And she had to come up against this sister who was stepping up. And she shut DC down for the whole month of Pride.
Right.
Every weekend, I'm talking everything from Georgia Avenue till about 23rd Street Northwest, brother. And I mean, anybody from DC know that's what 7 from 23 is what 16. That's like 16 streets, 16 city blocks,
right?
From 16 city blocks wide, and shit about 12 long,
right?
It's like square miles where she just blocked off so this community could have fun.
Right.
I've never seen that happen in DC before.
Right.
They'll have the little gay thing, or especially it's on in the evening, but not from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
And don't you know she won that whole Democratic side, which really they say in the Republican side in DC, it's really non-existent. So the mayor of DC is really the decision between the two Democratic candidates. You know what I mean? And she won. So now, of course, she had to do stuff, to help show that, she's their mayor.
Like I said, if I may.
Please.
And this is for all you Christians out there. And so like I said, what you're saying was so heavy. This is for all you Christians out there that have proposed the solution to Black and Hispanic problems is that we need a seat at the table. Your solution to our problems is that you say we need more Black representation in a white government. That's the solution that you propose for Black people. When you see by DC with Muriel Bowser, Keisha Bottoms in Atlanta, I forgot her name. I call her Beetlejuice in Chicago.
Right. That's right.
Lightfoot, the water
That's
surgeon.
right.
In Chicago. It doesn't mean anything to have a Black face in a white system. You understand? It doesn't mean anything. What we need to do is now come back to our people in the I.S.U.P.K. and fight to establish a righteous government so that Christ can destroy this system and we build a righteous one, man. Because it doesn't matter if they get in here and they Black, they gonna bend to the will of the oppressor. And the gay community is the new white supremacist. That's it. Like, how the hell you get a shelter for the LGBT community when there's so many homeless veterans? I'm not just talking about Black veterans. There's so many homeless veterans of all races in DC that served and died for this country, that served and lost limbs for this country, and they homeless. And you haven't did any initiatives for the goddamn people that serve this country. But the gay community, you put them right in Southeast, which is historically the Black part of DC.
Yeah,
that's the new white supremacy. The gay community, like Kevin Khan always say, the whole rainbow's a dark side. So
Damn right. Can I say one thing off of that, Captain? Amaya, what you just said, man, because like Amaya, what you just said is so heavy, man. Because keep in mind, like you said, this is a city that's dealing with major gentrification,
right?
And when you talk about community development, I'm always weary of that word community development because they come in and they develop on top of the community. The community is not involved in a developmental process.
Right.
You got all these people coming to that city, you know what I'm saying? And they going in there, right? And then not only that, this gonna compel more people because you got to remember with mental health, a lot of people that's homeless dealing with mental health. It's gonna compare. Watch those percentages change. Watch how they're gonna say, "Wow, we got more LGBTQ out all of a sudden." You know why? Because they need a place to lay their head.
Right.
Exactly.
That's why they're going.
Exactly.
It only makes sense.
Right. They need a place like the LGBTQI shelter. It ain't gonna be like the regular shelters.
No.
It's gonna be like the walled off historian of shelters. So people that's not that are going to identify with that for a place to lay their head, and we understand this is a major dynamic of poverty and how they manipulate the poor for the mess with these numbers. Right. I know Captain Nathak know because he's a statistician. He know about the numbers and how they play with the numbers. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so heavy. And then not only that, it was an article, General Q sent me an article this morning that came across my desk where there was an article with the Yahoo News that she said something questionable about her sexuality at that ribbon cutting ceremony.
Listen,
she said, Zaki.
No, I have the tape. I wait until if you.
Okay. So
Michelle had that shot in that barrel with.
Man, look, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna yield, Cap.
Yeah, right.
They're gonna have to be reckoned with, brother. You know what I mean? Go ahead and bring it out, brother.
No,
but I have the tape right here with the minute marker.
Hey, Cal, I'm gonna let you play the tape, man. I just want to just say that, man. Like that right there is just showing you how they manipulating. Like you said, all the way in the Southeast Congress Heights, all them different areas where they have those the train, the rail system. They building up those areas for white people, man, and white gay people. Black people gonna get the shorter. They getting the short end of the stick of this whole thing, man.
Right.
I yield, Cap.
Listen, I've been waiting to play the tape because I done seen her attend a few of these balls in DC with a nigga on her arm. So this thing right here, I already know this is pandering to that community because she's very close to being voted out. This year she was there. You know, her approval rating was so down, and she had to run to that community. That you could Google maps about where she was strong at, and it was in them Northwest white, gay, rich communities. That's who won her the election. So now she, just like how they told the WNBA and the LGBTQ to shut up, they telling her what to do right now. And it's rough. You know what I mean? So this is her right here answering questions outside the shelter. And this is one of the questions. Now, you know when you do in a press conference, the reporter does identify himself. This reporter did not identify himself. He just say, I'm a member of the LGBTQ and I'm an activist. That's all he said. So I already know he doesn't get a check. He doesn't get some money from Bowser to ask this question here. Now listen, this is carefully placed.
Yes. Hold on 1 second. Let me get you a microphone because I can't hear you.
Since I mean, when that woman's son was killed on Georgia Avenue by DC police on the motorcycle, the mother went to a press conference to ask Bowser some shit, and she basically tell the woman, "Shut up, you don't know what you're talking about." But this reporter, she said, "Wait, hold on, let me get you a microphone." Why? Because we need to get this on tape. Right, it's plenty. This is, we need to get this one on tape. Right.
I'm a community activist, a writer, and a gay rights defender. Mayor, I'm extremely grateful to you for all the work that you have done so far for the LGBTQ.
Yeah.
You might have to mute your side.
Oh, so I can have a little echo?
Yeah.
All right, how about now?
Including this shelter here.
Good.
It's good now?
Yeah.
I'm a little concerned because there is this word that you are lesbian and you are in this closet. Why is that the case?
Well, what? Well, I'm not in the closet.
He asked her, he said there's this word going around DC.
And she's a lesbian?
Yeah, it's for a while. It's been it's been going around for a minute that she was a lesbian. And that she's in the closet. So she now say in front of the rainbow, I'm not in the closet. With all she said, hold on, I'm not in the closet, and then turned to watch the crowd.
Right, and gave a smirk. And listen, and the smirk, let me tell you something about a black woman. It's a certain look a black woman give you that says, yes, it's a certain way, her eyebrows and her smile. Like you ain't fooling the UPK, man.
Right. No, you're not. Right.
You ain't fool. We've been peeped the whole thing about Bowser, man.
Right.
Come on, man.
Listen, Bowser, you ain't gay. I could look at you. I could tell. That's what you smirked. Listen, I know. Listen, Bow. Let me tell you something, Bow. I know you ain't gay. She don't look too bad in her eyes. She and Brittany Griner bad. Right. Yeah, that Brittany Griner, that's a rough one right there. You gotta fall in love with her spirit. But this man here, brothers, the chops is okay. Salaki.
Community, including this shelter here. Mayor, I'm a little concerned because there is this word that you are lesbian and you are in this closet. Why is that the case?
Well, what? Well, I'm not in the closet. Okay. What's the question? Yes, next question.
Yes, ma'am.
They took the microphone. They took the mic. Said, okay, now they took the microphone from.
That's
him.
all we needed. That's all we needed. That soundbite.
Right.
That soundbite gonna go viral.
Right.
That she's not in the closet. In other words, so wait, she's a lesbian.
Right. She's
listen, send in a check right now. Donate, send money in, and she gonna be tweeting. And all the little, lesbian girls who don't say nothing about Brittany Griner, who don't say nothing about, whatever injustices going on, is definitely gonna go online and be like, I always thought she was fire.
Right.
You know what I mean? Salaki, what you say? Exactly. That's was the talk that was going around forever.
Right.
Forever. That's what's been going around, that she is the LGBTQ mayor.
Right.
But listen, she must have not known that, I try my best to keep records out. What I can't store up here, I store somewhere on the World Wide Web. Right. And stuff like that. But she must have forgot that, earlier on, you see that thing there, because you see what I'm talking about.
There might be some gender fluidity going on. Some fluidity. There's some gender fluidity going on here.
You see what's going on there. This is a woman. Yeah. This is a woman right here, bro. This is a woman right here, brother.
It's a locker too.
Please.
It's so heavy, Cap, because that show you now. He's just said he's a gay activist, defender of gay rights or whatnot, but he didn't mention anything about Brittany Griner.
None.
Once again, see, this is why we're gonna start flash mobbing some of you. I'm gonna just start popping up. I'm in Sri Lanka right now at the presidential palace. You know what I'm saying? I got an Airbnb in Sri Lanka, so we're gonna just start popping up, bro. We're gonna start saying, hold up, what you gotta say about that? I'm gonna snatch the rainbow and all that. We're gonna get grab a rainbow. Where is Brittany Griner name at up here? Since you are an activist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're more concerned about her sexuality, her sexual nature, than you are about freeing one of the members that identify with your community.
Right.
Baby, it's a trip, man. So look,
Listen, General Q says she gets a little dust knocked off every once in a while.
General Q, wow.
Oh, man.
Listen, I don't know if she trying to fool now. I don't know if she trying to fool. But she's definitely their mayor.
Right.
She's definitely their mayor. Listen, there's pictures of her going to all these balls with these different men. Not a whole lot. But, she's pandering to them.
Right. Yeah, that's her thing.
Yeah, she chose this whole thing with, the opening of the DC shelter for the homeless people, for the LGBTQ crew. And she definitely, this thing here was staged. I'm just an activist.
Yeah.
I mean, and then she said, hold on, more questions. Let me see.
As I understand it from Mrs. Zeilinger, maybe she'd be the one to ask this, but my understanding is that right now,
Well, I'm not in the closet.
Please.
So, okay, and here's another reason why it seemed like this is planned, or the gay community is just full of hypocrites. Because that's one of the things in the gay community where they say if somebody is in the closet, you're not supposed to out them before they're ready for their time to come out. So let's just say this sister might really have been a lesbian in the closet,
right?
And you just put her on the spot. You're not a gay activist. You hate everybody in your community because
you're a bully.
You're a bully. You're gonna make her on the spot say that she's not in the closet.
Exactly.
You're a bully. You hate gay people.
Listen. Listen. You know. Listen, brother. I'm gonna tell you, the Lord doesn't give us clairvoyances. There's another video I'm gonna play just now, where she's doing an interview after this in the MLK library, and this question came up. They say since she made the statement about the closet, many LGBTQ community is on the internet saying that was a horrible question to ask. Don't put her on the spot like that. And she said, I have no problem coming to the defense of my community. And it's they may not have chosen the right time, but it's all it's always the right time for me.
Right.
Some kind of shit like that. brother, she's playing into these fools.
Yeah,
so
come on, sir.
She's doing what Trump did to poor white trash to the LGBTQ. Yep. Trump telling them exactly what they want to hear. She going up there and saying what they want to hear, talking about I ain't in the closet. I was like, all that tail and meat she got going walking around here. I don't know who she fooling or not.
Right.
That glow don't come from plastic. You see that glow she got there? You see how she got some age on her, but she don't look it.
Right.
She got some age on her, that meat look good and healthy. That don't come from plastic.
Right.
That come from veins. The thing with the veins in it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, General says it's going to backfire.
Yep.
For sure. You know what I mean?
Okay. What's the question? Yes, next question.
Yes, Mayor. One, as I understand it from Mrs. Zeilinger, maybe she'd be the one to ask this, but my understanding is that right now trans women go to the women's shelter. At least I've heard women at the shelter say that. Does this change?
If you notice, he's asking her a question, but he calls the name of another reporter, some Zengliger.
Right.
But that other one, he just said he's an activist.
He didn't identify himself.
You understand? He ain't really doing nothing. I don't know what balls are trying to do here.
Right. So, Locker, man, and what you're saying is so right. That's part of the decorum when you got a press pass, so you able to get into those different areas. You have to identify yourself. You have to say, look, I'm such and such from CBS News. I'm such and such from Fox. You have to identify yourself for the audience that may not be able to see you. You have to let them know, and these TV stations want you to do that. This is what your name, because they want to get credit for if it go viral or whatever. They want to say our representative, our correspondent was on the ground asking this question. So you have to identify yourself, even in those, I believe those national press conferences they have. I think I learned that from just going down to the National Press Club with General Q. You know what I'm saying? Who told me about the General Kwabalamov introduced me to the National Press Club going down there in DC, where they have all kind of discussions and forums, man. I used to love going down there into the Library of Congress, hearing them different types of things that were going on, man. So you got to identify yourself especially with an elected official.
Right. Listen, I'm not only that. You have to identify yourself. So if you ask an effed up question, they know to ban you for the next press conference.
That's right.
You understand? They know to ban you, but you have that, that Sri Lankan accent, that Afghanistani accent, which is who they bring over here. Yeah, I'm a gay activist and a supporter of the gay community and blah. It's theatrics. It's theatrics for the whole, that whole community.
So like, can I get one? Can I get one scripture?
Yeah.
Let me get Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. It's so heavy, man. What they do, they try to manipulate the poor. They always use the poor by people, man. And them percentages now that they got that state of and best believe it's a state of the art homeless shelter. And I bet you it's the best homeless shelter out of every homeless shelter in DC.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have people who gonna say, well, I'm gonna go over here and stay with the gay homeless shelter, but they're gonna identify as being gay when they're not, just for a place to lay their head, man.
Yep. Hey, y'all some stuff. What's going on, Delaware?
Yeah, how about some Shabbat? The bottom for having us on, cat. The bottom for having us on, cat. You know what I mean? Appreciate all the captains up on the panel tonight. I appreciate y'all for having us.
No sweat, bro. Was he I see Aria right there next to you, rocking and rolling.
Come on, Khan, you know what I'm saying? We got the first.
That's hip hop Aria, right?
Right.
Yeah, we got the first Trenton, New Jersey boot kiss today. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ.
Okay, that's it.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
That table looking glorious up in there.
Yeah.
That table looking glorious, man. Looking real glorious.
Zion want to reach into the fourth dimension for them ornaments, boy. You opening up some hidden passage behind that them metal soldiers behind. Carrying some shit there. Like, I don't know where you're getting that shit from, but goddamn.
So yeah, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying, and all the captains that's on the show tonight.
Hey, Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ, definitely, definitely.
You know?
Yeah, we Salaki Kahar. I ain't even
Salaki, shout out to Officer Kazak Ahmad.
Hey, Tazar, what's the name of the brother who's on the end there with you?
We got Officer Isaiah Ward. You know what I'm saying? If you could take the mic right here. This brother right here, hardcore brother. You know what I'm saying? Roll with us, you know what I'm saying, consistently. You know what I'm saying? This brother right here is you know what I'm saying, a brother after my own heart.
Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ.
What's up? Most High in Christ.
Most High in Christ. Yeah, come on, you want to that?
Yeah, if we can, Captain Salaki.
Come on, sir. Psalms chapter 10, verse 2. The wicked and his pride doth persecute the poor.
Now you see that right there? That scripture right there say the wicked in there, and I want to emphasize the word pride.
Right.
Persecute the poor. That's what they doing. They persecuting the poor. You're gonna put them now. You're gonna make them choose between being outside or being in there with a whole bunch of gay people, man. And you know that brothers out there, man, trying to keep their manhood and keep a roof over their head in a city that's fully gentrified. You know what I'm saying? It used to be called Chocolate City. You know what I'm saying? General Gathama always used to say it all the time. He ride by, he like, man, they didn't gentrify to this city, man, so much that you don't even recognize it how it used to be, man. Though from those that been in that city for a long time. General Q also, General Sharma. You know, they didn't see how that city then transform. You know what I'm saying? Where they build on top of our people, man. The wicked in they pride, they manipulate the poor, they hurt the poor.
Right.
Go ahead, my brother.
Kawakan, let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined.
And you see that? That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna backfire. They're gonna be taken in their own devices that they imagining. Why they have imagining? Because it's not real reality.
Yep, right.
It's not real. That whole LGBTQI is that whole community is a community that has joined together. They have united under trauma bonding. That's what you have in that community.
Yeah.
Each one of them. Now, how you gonna give them some adult counseling when they don't even know who the hell they are, when they can't even identify, understand their regular anatomy?
Right.
This is a shame, man. But this is what they're gonna do. They're gonna say, look, and they're gonna have them go in there and check the box. What do you identify? Check the letter that identifies you. And all they're gonna do is raise more numbers so they can get more grants. They got this building off a grant.
Yeah.
They got this shelter. She did something with a grant to get this shelter. It was an article, one of them articles, man, where she levied some kind of political power to get this grant money for this shelter, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is why we gotta unite and come together in the I.S.U.P.K, because the Bible said they would do this. He said that they would strengthen the hand of evildoers, man. How do you strengthen the hand of evildoers? You give them a support system. That's how you strengthen the hand of evildoers. And that's what they have done with this community. Once again, but they don't have any real power, because doing this whole thing, we didn't see the words Brittany Griner in none of this ceremony, none of this ribbon cutting ceremony. We didn't see her name plastered over that rainbow.
That's right.
You understand? I yield, Captain. What?
You absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You know what I mean? But for sure, she's like this year is a reward for the LGBTQ, helping her with the election. You know what I mean? I believe this is her third term that she's going into. This is her third term. Like she's, you know, and as she's in office, you know, she's amassing the power. This is a second term going into. This is a second term going into. She's gonna be amassing that damn power. You know what I mean? Making sure to grease the right hands. Like she's playing it like a true Israelite, like a woman who she out for what she out for.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's playing it for that and pandering to that, because of course Black people in DC was mad because of the housing situation.
Exactly.
She almost lost the election because of that housing situation, and then she went and shut DC down for Pride Month. Brother, you could not move in DC. Couldn't move. You had to walk. You had to get that Uber to drop you off somewhere close and walk 4 or 5 blocks to go wherever you had to go.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Extra police all over the place. I remember that's the same month when they overturned Roe versus Wade. You know what I mean? And she shut DC down for that LGBTQ, and she won, brother. And right now, she's really the mayor. They have the supposed to have the election between her and the Republican.
Right.
But that Republican candidate, DC ain't that type of state. She's already in there.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she's doing things for that community.
Right.
And she chose this platform to say, closet? I'm not in the closet.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's enough for them to hold on to.
Right. So like I said, if I may,
please.
And like General Q just said, General Cabal, he said it's going to backfire on her by them giving a shelter dedicated to people of a community that's built on trauma, that's built on molestation and rape. You're going to really now see what exactly that rainbow is all about. You're going to really now get to see the dark side of the rainbow. I wouldn't be surprised if a year after they open this shelter, that you're going to find out that they've been suppressing stories of the violence, the sexual violence, and the things that are taking place in the shelter. If anybody has ever been to the shelter, unfortunately, you know that shelter on average is a rough place to be in. Like it's so rough that most of the time you rather just go sleep on the park bench, because going to the shelter is already a rough environment. You opening up a shelter for people that are mentally delusioned and that suffer from trauma and that perpetrate that trauma. You're going to see now that this shelter is going to be ground zero for hell, for all types of sexual deviancy. But because the gay community runs DC, they're going to be suppressing these stories.
That's right.
And I wouldn't be surprised if down the line, you're going to hear so many different of things that's been going on that DC has been keeping under wraps. And when it finally blow up, you're going to see like that gay community is not about love and happiness. It's about lust and selfishness, and it's just disgusting. Greed, conscience.
That's right. If I can say something, one point, sir, just to feed off of what Kazaka Ahmad just said, and so true that because this shelter that they opened up in DC is going to be the most discussion shelter in the entire city.
Right.
I don't know what the rest of the shelters are like in DC, but this one in the years to come is going to be more dangerous and terrible than any other ones.
Right.
Because it's going to be an absolute harbor for sexual deviancy. It's going to be a place where it's accepted and free to be an absolute sexual deviant. Right. And like, because I was saying, the LGBT community, they thrive under the guise of being, free and liberal and having choice and the freedom to live your life and love whoever you want to love. But under all that so-called love is just a molested child.
Right.
Under all that so-called love is somebody who has a propensity to rape and molest and destroy and be violent.
That's right.
And be suicidal. Right. Under all that, a lot is being gay and being lesbian, being transgender is drug addiction. It's violence. It's just pure sexual deviancy that's maxed with, this is what I choose to do. This is what I love. I just love the people I love. But when it's all said and done, it's really just a way to validate somebody who's just a deviant, somebody who really should just get help from a psychiatrist. But because the society we live in has validated them, now they're free to have a shelter and live how they want to live. When really they need to sit down in front of a shrink and figure out what the hell is wrong with them.
Right. Right. Can I say one thing too? It is so heavy, man. Like in DC, I remember when I first moved to DC, man, and I was doing the slavery little mission. You know what I'm saying? For one of the generals. And I was coming in a van. We had a van, a work van, and I was coming down New York Avenue. And I remember, man, coming down New York Avenue, and it was broad daylight, man. It was, I want to say, rush hour. And I almost ran this cat over. I'm driving regular. I see this cat run across the street. Young brother, man, about 14, 15 years old. I had to slam on brakes because I almost ran the brother over. And then he was running from some other dudes. And when I seen the dude, I seen the lipstick on his face, and I seen this crazy haircut, and the other gay dudes, they was running behind him. And later on, I found out that there were young kids in that city. They had gay gangs, man.
Yep.
They got gay gangs in that city. And they were fighting over fighting other gay gangs, man. Like, and I remember this just when I first moved to DC. And it was a culture shock because I was like, man, they got gay gangs. So it just show you and all of those brothers and sisters gonna be in their shelters. What you think gonna happen in those shelters, man? They're gonna have a cesspool of evil going on in that city.
Yeah.
And like Kazakama said, they gonna be trying to suppress it and cover it up, man. And it's gonna be, it's gonna be sad, man. It just hurt me so much when I seen them young brothers, man, that they ain't got no place to go, but they out there, you know what I'm saying, been molested, you know what I'm saying, and they in DC in a gay gang, man. A lot of them got stabbed, all kind of stuff, man. But they don't put those stories out there like that, man.
Yeah, listen, I remember this time. This was the time where them gangs was not only fighting each other, but they would go around and rob people, and some of the men who they would rob was getting raped. I definitely remember that situation. Even that you all remember that famous tape where Commander Gen.YAHANNA battled them Muslims on the corner. When he said, "You're a black man just like me." Some of them young Muslim cats who was throwing things at us was from
yes.
Some of them brothers right there was from them same LGBTQ gangs, and a lot of them is dead now. A lot of them is dead now or turned fully into the wig wearing and lipstick wearing fool. You know what I mean? I definitely remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's rough. It's rough. You know what I mean? Y'all want to move on to that next story, the last one? Unless anybody else had anything to say?
I'm SWAP, Captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that last one. What's the last story we have now? Hold up. I'm gonna tell you.
You do the Haiti one?
Yeah, let's touch on that Haiti one, please. That violence in Haiti. We're gonna turn that we're gonna switch the mood up in here a little bit and make it a little we gotta do something and purify ourselves from Sodom and Gomorrah. Goddamn. Deeply offensive conduct. Border Patrol unions. Not this one. Not the one with that there's violence right now in Port-au-Prince. Haiti's all jammed up now. Thousands trapped without water in Haitian capital, official says. Thousands of Haitians are trapped in capital city Port-au-Prince without access to water, food, or other essential supplies, according to aid groups and a local official. Residents in the neighborhood of Cité Soleil have been isolated by ongoing fighting between rival groups vying for control, according to the neighborhood's mayor, Joel Jennings. The situation is critical, and it's getting worse by day. My team and I counted 52 dead and 110 people injured. The gangs have been shooting for nearly a week now, and they still have munitions. Jenny has told CNN on Wednesday. I am calling for the government to intervene before more people die. Thousands of people are trapped without food and water, Jenny has said, adding that he himself is in hiding. Médecins Sans Frontières, a medical humanitarian group, had warned earlier in the week that lives were at risk due to the difficulty of delivering vital aid, including water, in an embattled area of Cité Soleil called Brooklyn. Along the only road into Brooklyn, we have encountered corpses that are decomposing or being burned. Mamuza Muhindo, MSF head of mission, in a press release. Damn. They could be.
So they saying the bodies was decomposing.
Yeah, it's like they gain bullets and gun instead of water. How the hell that happening?
That's right. That's what I was thinking about. That's right, Cap.
Bullets and guns.
In
And you can't get water.
In a time where bullets is expensive.
Yeah, can't.
Yeah, ammunition was really just off the all-time high with this damn COVID.
Right.
That's crazy. You know the oppressor is at the root of it.
Yep.
Yeah, some big oppressor arms dealer is, you know what I mean, making millions. You understand? And that's just another way to abort, you know what I mean, to abort your kid. You know what I mean? Fill the place with a ton of guns and bullets. Like they ain't running out. What they were shooting for almost a week, and they ran out of ammo. Nah. Somebody trying to get rid of somebody.
And what you're saying is so right, because you got these different gangs down there in Haiti, you know what I'm saying, and those who got family in Haiti, you know, they we get different reports back from over there, different things going on in the city, you know, not too much in the countryside, but it's even spilling over in some of them areas over there. But you got to believe that somebody's pulling the strings over there. And after the previous assassination of the standing president, it's a power vacuum over there. You know what I'm saying, for resources. And then you got to remember, with the fuel prices high, a lot of these countries are struggling, you know what I'm saying, with different, you know, necessities. You know what I'm saying? So it's just real bad, man, for our brothers and sisters, the tribe of Levi in Haiti, man. And this is why we all got to come together, because once again, we got the resources when we come together. You know what I'm saying? You know how many high profile Haitians that have different access. Matter of fact, not only that, what's the one that's she works in the White House? She's a lesbian herself.
She's the spokeswoman.
Yeah, you got a lot of them, man. A lot of them, even in the military over here, man. You know what I'm saying? That know what's going on over there, man. But they keeping it real hush. But once again, we not serving the Lord, man. This thing right here is gonna get real ugly, man. And it ain't even winter yet. It ain't even winter. You imagine how it's gonna get when it really, you know what I'm saying, it's a different season over there, man.
Yeah.
It's sad what's going on with our brothers and sisters in Haiti, man.
Right. Yeah, that's the White House spokeswoman right there.
Right. She a Levite.
She a Levite. And yeah, of course, you know, press secretary to our General Q, the White House press secretary. And of course, you know, she's also LGBTQ.
I never thought that.
That's the only reason they really gave it to her.
Yeah.
Right. That's the only reason they really gave it to her. She's also, and of course, she's the press secretary, so don't say nothing about Brittany Griner.
That's right.
Don't say nothing about Brittany Griner, and don't say nothing about what's going on in Haiti right now either.
Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah, I'm
right. Hey, you know what's so crazy? I find it funny that all these black people that's in that community, they get political when they want to, but when it comes to the real issues, they all apolitical. That's how we know that it's a whole game. Like, we able to see through this. All of a sudden, you apolitical when it comes to an international issue or an issue where it comes to your race, one of those of your race. You apolitical. You don't have anything to say about it. You want to let the government, you know, develop those channels.
Right.
But best believe she got family in Haiti that know what the hell going on. You can't sit up here and tell me that she don't see the records and things. Look at this crap here, man. Look at this.
That's the former press secretary, you know, handing it over to her. Like the white woman is the one who took over from that stuttering one. Not the stuttering one, the kind of ugly faced white girl.
Yeah.
Was Trump's press secretary, and she took over from the one who used to stutter a lot. To stutter and lie a lot, and they caught him in the lie. Then they brought in the aggressive bulldog woman, Sean Spicer. He was the first one. He used to stutter a whole lot. He used to sweat. He was he was uncomfortable. Then they brought in the bulldog one, the one who was ugly, the ugly looking one. That's her name? Saki. I forget her goddamn name. And then they brought in her, and she's passing it over now to this, you know, Levite sister, who of course they make mention that she's LGBTQ, right? And she's going to be the new spokesperson. She's the first Black White House press secretary, right? And of course, you know, one small step for a Black woman, one giant step for the LGBTQ, right? But Brittany Griner can't get no media coverage.
So, like I said, it's like you know, if you want that cosign for your political career, you have to be associated with the LGBTQ community. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like last week, I remember we was on here with the twerking senator, and she was a part of the LGBT community. It's like, that's like considered your you know, what's that word I'm looking for? Like that's considered your, you know, like when a rapper comes out and he, you know, wants to be not gimmick, but
that's his street cred.
That's the street cred. Yeah, that's your street cred. Today, that's your street cred in 2022. Like you come out, you're a politician, and you get elected to office to say like I am for the people. Then you have to be connected with the LGBT community.
Right. Right. If I may, sir, like that's the way for you to get a head up in this world nowadays. You know what I mean? All you got to say is that you love gay. If you say that, then you know what I mean, the world will accept you. You know what I mean? That's why it's you know, wide is the gate to the road of destruction. Because long as you doing anything that this world likes, they'll let you right on in, man. You know what I mean? If you want to say that, hey, I love gay and it's okay to be gay, they let you right on in very easily.
Right.
The rappers that what's the one boy the one rapper?
Which one?
The gay boy.
Which one? Name one. What was his name? Young Thug?
Lil Wop.
Yeah. He came out and said he in the interview was gay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what you gotta do is say that, and then you in there. You in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? So like
you'll remember, you know, Jeremiah Hyman had said it, you know, a couple of years ago, that there's gonna come a time just to survive, you're gonna have to say you're gay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's going on now. Like you can't get water in Haiti, but you could get bullets. Right? But if Levi had known, they'd have just told them Border Patrol, hey, I'm gay. That's it. And they would not got the houses for them. Not houses, the horses. Right. They would not been strapping them and riding up around them with the horses. They'd have just said, well, okay, no problem, you know, whatever. Right.
And if I may, sir, you know, when I hear a politician come out and say that they're part of the LGBT community, I know instantly that they are going to do nothing at all for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they are there, you know, and they're put up by the system to actually just be an empty suit in politics to make us think that they're actually going to do something when they're not going to do anything. And I remember last week, Captain Gahan said that dual citizenship. You know what I'm saying? That dual citizenship that they're trying to have, and they're just showing that they're not going to do anything. Like that sister that's in power for Haiti, she ain't going to do nothing with Haiti that's going to mean anything, that's going to have any real results, that's really going to help the community. She's just put up there to just show like that, you know, or make the people believe that, you know, this is a liberal government and they're not about, you know, oppressing people and all that kind of goofy stuff. That's, you know, that the superficial stuff that a lot of voters look for, you know, when they trying to vote for the Democratic Party. But you know, what's going on in Haiti is awful. It's an awful situation. And like what the captain was bringing out earlier, you know, like brotherhood and sisterhood is what we need to make this thing work. And that's the only weapon that we're going to have that's going to work in this time that we're going through. It's like the hard times are coming. There's hard times now, but the hard times are coming. And we definitely have to have that brotherhood and sisterhood because, you know, like you said, Captain Mashak, like, you know, I guarantee you it's probably somebody over there like Black Lives Matter with George Soros. It's somebody over there, some billionaire that's over there just causing chaos and funding what's going on over there amongst the gangs and different things like that. Because how can you not run out of bullets and not run out of, guns and whatever it is?
But you can't eat.
But you can't eat?
God damn. You don't got no water to drink.
It has to be somebody over there, some billionaire that has invested interest in the fall of Haiti.
Right.
Salak.
I am going to cut you off. Go ahead, Brother Salak.
No, I'm good to go, sir. I yield.
I just that's a heavy point you made, man, because when you really look at it, you look at that sister at the White House, and a lot of times what they do is smoke and mirrors. They prop someone up so we can live vicariously through them as a people. And I was watching the James Brown movie. They did a movie on James Brown. I was watching it, and I be hearing, like it was a song called I'm black, say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And transitioning from then to now, pride has been associated. They have taken our pride and placed it on something that we should not be proud of.
Right.
And that song came out when it was a lot of political turmoil in America. But you look at what's going on, like you said, it's a heavy point. What they doing in Haiti, you know there has to be some kind of agenda. They financing the arms race over there in Haiti, and they arming all these different gangs, and you can't get access to food and water. Man, I mean, come on, man. The Bible says an enemy cannot be hid in the time of adversity. The scriptures say that. Whenever that's one good thing about adversity. Adversity shows you who your enemy is.
Yeah.
You understand? And this is what we want our brothers and sisters in Levi to know, that we stand in solidarity with you, man. But there are enemies among you. And like there are enemies among every tribe. You understand? The Satan is among us, and the adversary is among us, turning us against each other. And brotherhood is what we must do. That's right, General Q. Shout out to General Kobalamov. J. Edgar Hoover moves, man. Come on, man. That's what's going on, man. That's what they've been doing. Divide and conquer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've been blinded, brothers and sisters. It's time for us to come back under one king. Our King Yahweh, and Commander General Yohanna follows him.
That's
right. We should unite in the I.S.U.P.K, all 12 tribes, man. What's going on in Haiti is going on in South America. You understand? The FBI and them, they could have dealt with the Medellin cartel. Don't think they didn't. Don't think all these different things ain't going on among us, man.
Listen,
big money at stake.
If I could, you notice that like ain't nobody talking nothing about Venezuela no more.
Right. Yeah.
So much. Remember they were showing all the money in the street, the money worthless, and you know how much one egg is $500, and they ain't saying nothing about that no more. No. Right. You know what I mean? Because that doesn't serve their political agenda. That doesn't play into where they want to see the end of 2022. Right. You get the point? Like, so we really, this is the time we really got to separate from this place. Brittany Griner, you better go and, prison pen pal or something.
That's right.
Get some nigga to, you better turn on a new leaf. You better wake up to the morning, as you say, Kahan, and say, I ain't gay no more.
I'm not gay no more.
You know what I mean? I'm a black woman. That's right. That's what she needs to say. Right. She'll be home next week. She'll be home in 7 to 10 business days. Right. She'll be home in 7 to 10 business days. And with that old chest she got, we'll handle all that situation. You understand? And Bowser?
If I may, sir. Oh, I'm sorry, Sluggy.
No, I was just about to, give a warning to Ms. Muriel Bowser. I understand that it suits your political agenda to, side with the LGBTQ, but you better understand you're playing with white supremacy. Don't think you're playing with colors. Right. You're playing with white supremacy. And this oppressor, he will throw you in the trash when he's through with you.
Right.
And you are to crawl right back to the very people you sold out for.
That's right.
You're going to crawl right back. Go ahead, Breeze.
Well, now, if I could, sir, Salagi, what y'all bringing out is so heavy. I'm trying to be quiet over here. You know what I'm saying? I just want everybody to know that, because y'all brothers, you know what I'm saying, these great minds that's in this building tonight. You know what I'm saying? On this platform tonight, and what y'all bringing out is so heavy. And one of the things I wanted to bring out, Cap, was the fact that we still saying the first black something, you know what I'm saying? The first black what? Like in 2022, we still talking about the first black this or the first black that. Like, and that just shows you how condescending the oppressor is. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, how many years we've been out of slavery?
465.
400?
Nah, 200.
No, 100.
About 250. About 250 maybe.
With 250 years, and we got to say the first black press secretary.
Right. Good night.
In 2022, it took them 200 years to come up with that. Right. Like it just shows you how it's like literally like we literally like this, and then we just went like this. Right. We never went anywhere. We never got anything. Everything that we've gotten up to this point has been cosmetic. Right. You know what I mean? Just little cosmetic little things along the way, but it has it has nothing to do with anything that's a part of really fixing the black community. And so we look at these people who get in power and we say, well, look, we got somewhere because look, she's the first black LGBTQI member to get into office. And it means absolutely nothing. It's smoke and mirrors, and you know, and the only way that you're gonna not be beguiled by what's going on is if you listen to these brothers, if you listen to the captains and the officers that go out and put their lives on the line to tell our people the truth, because we don't have any invested interest in telling our people lies. So we're serious about saving our lives. We're serious about, you know what I mean, like the way that we're how we're moving forward, and we're serious about getting our people to a point where, you know what I'm saying, we could be something glorious like what the Lord wants us to be. So
that's right. And if I could just say one last thing too, sir. Yeah. And this the story in Haiti and what's going on in Haiti with these brothers puts in perspective to how foolish the things that we fight for in America are. Right. Meaning, we in the black community fight so hard to be the first black press secretary. Right. Fight so hard to be accepted in the gay community. Right. Fight so hard so our sexual deviancy can be accepted by the masses of America, while it's people in Haiti starving and dying, and they got gangs who are nigh into the military, killing them and slaughtering them. And they can't eat, they don't have any water. They're looking for people like us to come and help them and save them. Right. In the I.S.U.P.K. And while the rest of the black community is worried about, who performed on the BET last night, and whether or not the BETs was black enough, the Emmys was black enough, or gay enough, and whether or not we have a gay homeless shelter. Why the hell you need a gay homeless shelter? I don't know. But rest assured, the people in Haiti could care less about a gay homeless shelter. Right. They could care less about a first black press secretary, a first gay secretary. They want to worry about how to eat, how to live, and how to not die tonight. And it shows that black people need to get more focused and organize our power, the little power we do have, organize the little resources that we do have, and come to the I.S.U.P.K. so we can fix these big problems that we do have in countries like Haiti. And what the I.S.U.P.K. is doing right now under brothers like obviously Yatazar is doing what we can do to help those brothers out there in countries like Haiti with food and resources, and doing all we can instead of just fighting, to get the first black or first gay something.
Most high Christ. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. If I could, for that video where Yatazar done, he sent food down there with little resources. Right. You know what I mean? Under command of GEN.YAHANNA done put, food on the ground, clothes on the ground, and water. You know what I mean? Which lets we should be the government of the earth. That's right.
That's right.
You know what I mean? The Sri Lankan people would be happy. The Haitians would be happy. The LGBTQ would be happy. Like like that LGBTQ community, y'all think y'all happy. No, y'all ain't happy now. Y'all ain't happy now. Y'all just high. Let us get in charge. You will be truly happy. Absolutely happy. Brittany Griner would be happy. Her wife would be ecstatic. They ain't gonna be together, right? But they'll be happy. That's right.
They'll be good friends.
That's right.
Ain't nobody go out live. You're gonna be I tell you what, I'm going to put my application in the government, might as well. If that broad is over there twerking, talking about vote for me, I need to be up in that office out. Right. And passing budgets, because this bitch is twerking upside down like she in damn Ace of Spades or Ace of Diamonds. Right. She the damn strip club, like she's what's the broad name from Players Club? Like she's Lisa Ray. Like she's Lisa Ray from Players Club. She upside down twerking, talking about vote for me. Then Bowser there trying to trick everybody. You're tricking for the LGBTQ. Right. Well, I'm not in the closet. Bowser, come on, man.
That's right. And look, that was like a tease.
Yeah, right.
That was to me. It's like it was so heavy. That was like a tease. Like that's what black women do. And when they like it's like a tease. Like I'm not in the closet. Then pause. Then look. She waited for the crowd.
Like,
It was almost like a body language call and response to the crowd.
Yes.
Like that, like she know, like I said, she knew exactly what she was doing, man. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you know, it's just so heavy, man. Like what's going on with our people, like Haiti. And don't forget, the UPK is the only organization that went into a level 4 danger zone and delivered humanitarian aid to our brothers in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? Over there in Mexico, man, in the mission to Acuna. Don't forget that. For those who think about not donating to the UPK, don't forget that men in this school hazarded their lives to go over there for our brothers under the orders of Commander General Yohanna. And we did a successful mission when the U.S. military told us they tried to stop us. We didn't let that stop us, man. So make sure that you help funding your government. You understand? The ISUPK.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? This is your spiritual embassy right here, what we talking about, man. So I just wanted to make that point, Captain Salaki.
And also too with that whole Haiti story, like brothers and sisters gotta wake up and you know what I mean, and see that America hates black people. You know what I mean? Like you telling me Ukraine able to get bullets, rockets, food, everything they need, money, cash, everything they need. No problem whatsoever. But Haiti on your border and they can't get water.
Right.
They cannot get water. You telling me Haiti can't get water? Nah.
Right.
You hate black people.
That's right.
You understand? And that woman, that Haitian woman in the White House, she had to come out and say something. She should say something.
No, she's not gonna say anything.
Yeah, I know.
She's not gonna say anything. She's not gonna say anything because like just to talk, on the back of what Ariel was saying there. There's a reason we fight for trivial shit in America.
Right.
Like America puts everything at our fingertips and it gives Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people a certain amount of comfort. And comfort is, you're not going to change or progress with anything once you're comfortable.
Right.
And everything is at our fingertips and everything is so nice and fluffy and plushy. She's not going to give up her White House status, her White House, her White House stipend,
right,
her White House car allowance. Because some people in Haiti can't get water. She's not going to do that.
Right.
She's not going to do that. Just like the LGBTQ is not going to give up whatever prestige they enjoy by saying something about Brittany Griner.
Right.
Lisa Leslie had to come out and say they told us to stay quiet in the WNBA.
Right.
Lisa Leslie don't play no more. But they're telling her so she could go in the offices and tell them and the coaches and everything pushed all the way down. Listen, did you know there was WNBA All-Star Weekend last week?
Yep. Okay.
Not a lot of people know it. I ain't seen no woman pushing WNBA All-Star Weekend.
Nope.
The WNBA All-Star Weekend MVP. They ain't even, tweet her with a little small ass trophy.
Right.
And none of them said anything about Brittany Griner because they told them to stay quiet.
Right.
You're a selfish community and we live in a selfish society.
Right.
You're Mr. Lucky. I could be right up on the time. I was trying to get that that last tape there. If anybody else wanted to say anything though, you'll go ahead in the meantime, please.
It's like, if I may, sir, what Captain Nayathot just said, like, this is how you know that America is an enemy to Black people. But not only this is how you know that our Black leaders, our so-called Black upper class, for lack of a better phrase, are leaders to the majority of Black and Hispanics. There's an article we didn't get into, but Terrence Howard just gave money to Africa. Steve Harvey is giving money to Africa. Oprah Winfrey is giving money and building schools in Africa. But you telling me that all these big head Uncle Tom Negroes with all this money and power influence, they can't go and send water bottles to Haiti? A pack of 40 water bottles in Walmart costs $3.40.
Right.
And you telling me you can't send water to Haiti? You hate Black people, and our leaders are enemies to Black people. That's why Commander General Yohanna needs to be in charge of the nation. Because you
That's right. Most High in Christ. That's right. That's right.
That's right.
Absolutely. So right. Anybody else? I know we right up on the time. This was another good episode. I want to say to everybody for coming through. You know what I mean? Always on the inside, Captain Nine. Stop pulling it down there. You don't carry any Carolinas. So that, you know what I mean? Water for coming through. Definitely have Captain Jahan live from Sri Lanka.
That's right. That's Sri Lankan Airbnb.
Live from the temple, the masjid,
right.
or whatever they had down.
Hey, Cap, I'm in the West Wing of the presidential palace. They made it an Airbnb. I'm broadcasting here tonight. So
listen, they make good use of it. You know what I mean? We got Double Trouble from Delaware. You know what I mean? Captain
The water to y'all, Cap. The water to y'all. You know what I'm saying? We was on our way to camp today, and we was talking about like the heavy stuff that y'all brothers were dropping last week. You know what I'm saying? My Ottawans, man, I appreciate y'all, and thanks for having us on.
Hey, most I man. I appreciate you coming on. Anytime, you know, I always love to have you all on. You two area. You know, me or Brady. What's the brother name next to you again?
That's Isaiah War, man. You want a little more? We got Isaiah War.
Right. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I here from DC. I would say shalom and shalom for everybody, of course, because like I said, on the inside, always rocking and rolling. You know what I mean? Take us on from Sri Lanka, brother.
Once again, man, we doing it in a major way. You know what I'm saying? Check out all the brothers, man. You got I mean, it's so many. We got stuff going on 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, damn near. So
that's right.
Make sure you know if you're not supporting I.S.U.P.K, you're doing yourself a disservice, man. Make sure you pay your tithes, send in your donations, man.
That's
support. Right. We got so many operations going on with brothers and sisters and our children, man. Make sure this is the place you want to be, the I.S.U.P.K, man. And if you're not UPK, then you in the way.
That's right. Damn right.
That's right.
All right, I'll give you. We're gonna show everybody the real mission to Acuna and show what we did for the tribe of Levi and Issachar on the command of GEN.YAHANNA. You know what I mean? See you all next week.
Yeah, right.
Also for Slack last night, a group of Americans were giving out food, water, and clothes to Haitian migrants on the Mexican side of the border. Fox San Antonio's Yami Virgin has the exclusive video, an interview with the group some call controversial, why they say they were forced to go through Mexico after Border Patrol in Del Rio turned them away.
People in Piedras Negras, just across from Eagle Pass, were a little shocked last night around midnight to see men dressed in these clothes. Black and Hispanic men in a caravan of 12 cars and a rental truck stopped on the other side of the border.
Where are you from? Where are you coming from?
Austin, Texas.
You're from Austin, originally from Austin.
Austin, Texas, right.
So where you live?
In Austin, Texas.
In Austin? So you came all the way from Austin to what? For what?
I came out to assist and to help the Haitians because according to the Bible, the Haitians are the Levites in the Bible. The same way the Mexicans are the Issacharites in the Bible. We are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. We are really God's chosen people who Christ died for. We are one family, one blood family, saying through blood lineage.
Do you want to translate that for him, please, in Spanish? Mi maestro aquí dice, es mi Arwan. Nosotros somos la misma gente. Nosotros somos la misma nación. Son 12 tribus para la nación de Israel. Y hay varios versículos en la Biblia donde dice quién somos nosotros.
¿Saben que esa puede ser quizá la última noche que estén los migrantes aquí? Parece que va a haber una deportación.
Okay, well that's sad, right? Tell them that's sad news to hear, right? At the same time, the Lord has made it possible for the priests, the angels that live on earth, that's us, the angels on earth, to come down to show our brothers and sisters, our Haitian brothers and sisters, that we love them, that we're supposed to gather together as one nation. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, Haitians, all of us are one family.
Dice que esto es algo muy triste de oír, pero Dios ha hecho la posibilidad de que nosotros lleguemos aquí y darles el mensaje de la verdad, para que ellos sepan que sí hay gente que los quiere, que sí hay gente que les quiere ayudar.
Amigos, preséntanos a tus amigos.
¿Quiénes son ellos? ¿Cómo son? Ellos son oficiales.
Háblales, diles que vengan a los demás para que
Slept last night, a group of Americans were giving out food, water, and clothes to Haitian migrants on the Mexican side of the border. Fox San Antonio's Yami Virgin has the exclusive video, an interview with the group some call controversial, why they say they were forced to go through Mexico after Border Patrol in Del Rio turned them away.
People in Piedras Negras, just across from Eagle Pass, were a little shocked last night around midnight to see men dressed in these clothes. Black and Hispanic men in a caravan of 12 cars and a rental truck stopped on the other side of the border, continuing their trip to Ciudad Acuña.
We gathered together in San Antonio. We went to local Costco and Sam's and got the stuff that we need as far as the material, as far as the water, the fruit that we gave out, the Pampers, the wipes, and all of the other things, the toiletries. We gathered that together. We bought that today. We went down to Del Rio. When we got there, Border Patrol told us that we could not give the resources to them. They said that we could only give it to a church that we could donate it to. We said we did not want to give it to the church because the people are not at a church, they are under a bridge.
Thousands of Haitians in need of those items are now going back and forth across the river through a deeper side to find those items for their family. The images of the situation in Del Rio moved the controversial group Israelite School of UPK to mobilize their car caravan when they were allegedly turned away in Del Rio and they headed to Eagle Pass.
Came around to the Mexico side. Now we're in Mexico to give our brothers the resources that we have for them.
After an hour-plus trip, the caravan made it to this park in Ciudad Acuña, traveling through an area with a State Department travel warning level 4 for violence on the Mexican side due to the cartels.
Being in a dangerous situation, that's being Black, Hispanic, or Native American. I mean, our lives are dangerous. We live in the most dangerous communities. We live in the most dangerous conditions.
As far as the group is concerned, the treatment by the Biden administration and the Trump administration towards asylum seekers is all the same.
Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They turn their head over, nigga. I pray where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies, this hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretch the nigga. He a demon, this an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spit and I ain't listening. Is in fact the if revenge was a woman, now I stroke that bitch like Jackie. So I war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit light. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. soldiers from the dead. Just raised up the chain. 6 shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand that feeds you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow side, yeah, this the real McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my brain, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.